The Houston Texans in the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Gary Kubiak having an outstanding year, 10-6. And there's the third-round quarterback.
Yates.
Now the starting quarterback, T.J. Yates. Andy Dalton with a great rookie season. Played 3 games in Reliance Stadium, 2 in high school and 1 at TCU. Here comes Andy Dalton looking for A.J. Green. Pass interference on Glover Quinn. Prime, you like the call?
Yeah, I really don't, because it's against the defensive backup. If you're going to get pass interference, do it, because you don't want to give up that big play. That could have resulted into a touchdown.
52-yard penalty gives the Bengals a 1st and 10. A couple of plays later now, and it's Dalton who dumps it off to Brian Leonard.
Good call.
16 yards down to the 1. And on the very next play, it's Cedric Benson. And, Philip, this is just how the Bengals wanted to start.
Great start. You're on the road, the playoff game, and you go right down the field, 5 plays, 74 yards for a touchdown.
And now they got a conference, all the quarterbacks there. Both Matts, Jake Delhomme, Jeff Garcia, all talking to T.J. Yates. Arian Foster, 20 yards down the left side. Foster, the NFL's leading rusher a year ago. And now it's Yates with plenty of time to Owen Daniels, who's hit by Reggie Nelson, drew a flag there.
Here we go with this
You
again.
can't hit anybody.
That's terrible. I can say it, I can't get fined anymore, huh? That's
You
terrible.
will not get
Just
fined
terrible.
sitting up here.
It's just terrible.
Looked like Nelson hit him in the shoulder
That was
area.
a clean hit.
There's no helmets involved.
Doesn't he have equipment on?
The call was hitting at the
call
helmet
was
neck
bad.
region. I agree with you. The call was bad. Arian Foster for 8 yards. Game's tied up at 7. And Foster got a Texans logo
If I could grow hair, I'd do the same.
carved in there.
We can grow it in the back.
Second quarter here, Dalton looking for A.J. Green, 21 yards, and what a connection Dalton and Green had throughout the regular season. But these are the plays that a young quarterback cannot take. Dalton is sacked here. That was at the 23-yard line, so it backed him up 9 yards. Mike Nugent missed a 50-yard field goal. When you're on the road in the playoffs, can't happen. Next Bengals possession. Dalton looking for Donald Lee. Lee gets away, 36 yards. And there is a flag on this play as well. You can't see it here at the very end. Antonio Smith was called for unnecessary roughness. So this time, Nugent was able to knock home a 37-yarder. Bengals on top 10-7. Key 3rd and 4 here. Yates to Owen Daniels for 8 yards.
That's a great job of going through his progressions. Great job.
It's a catch, but Marvin Lewis with some early challenges, Philip. This one was a little surprising because it looked like it was a catch.
It was a catch, and it's a crucial 3rd down, so it could have a chance for a change of possession. But, if you had a chance to look at the replay we're looking at, there's no way you'd challenge that one.
Well, this is the second quarter, and that was the Bengals' second challenge already in the game, so they were out of challenges. T.J. Yates, Andre Johnson, he came back last week.
That's 3rd and 9. That's what he's been missing, a go-to guy on 3rd down.
12th play of the drive here, and it's Yates looking for Johnson. But it's incomplete. Kelly Jennings there on the coverage. No flags there.
You look back. Great play.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He missed that.
So Rackers hit a 39-yard field goal, 1:01 left here in the half. Dalton picked off by J.J. Watt.
Hold it up.
Look at the number. I like the number, too.
Who's going the other way. And, Jason, what happened on this play? This is something you've done throughout your career as well, but this is a tremendous play here by Watt.
This is a great job by J.J. Watt. Realizing it's a 3-step drop. The ball's going to come out quick, so you're not going to get to the quarterback. Get your hands up and try to knock it down. Now, he's probably going to tell you he meant to pick this off, but it's a pretty darn good play.
It's a big man's dream.
That is a great play.
Huge momentum shift there. 17-10, Texans on top. 3rd quarter, 3rd and 9 here. Bengals trying to get something going. Yates sacked by Reggie Nelson. And so the Bengals now back on offense. Andy Dalton to Ryan Whalen. 20 yards.
Big time throw.
3 plays later on a 3rd and 8, it's Dalton. But he's going to be sacked again by Antonio Smith. How much of a difference has Wade Phillips' prime meant to this defense?
Everything. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Dallas
Texans
Cowboys.
now back on offense. Oh! Chris Crocker could have been going the other way.
Game changer.
You cannot make these mistakes in the postseason.
These are opportunities. Well, that separates the good from the great. Great players make those plays. Ed Reed would still be running right now.
Because, Philip, look what continued to happen on this drive. Here's Yates now to Andre Johnson on a crucial 3rd and 6.
We've shown about 3 or 4 crucial third down conversions, kept drives alive. By T.J. Yates, really him just making plays.
9th play of the drive here, and Andre Johnson had the double move on Adam Jones. And Johnson gets in for the touchdown. Yates, 11 of 20, 157 yards, and that touchdown right there. Brian, what happened here?
That's a game plan play. You know, Adam Jones is the aggressive corner. You want to take advantage of an aggressive cornerback. Play to his strength.
Texans on top, 24-10, 17 unanswered points. What a swing there. Remember that Crocker miss on that interception. Ooh. Jerome Simpson. This week he's a hurdler.
He's going to jump through the goalpost one day.
He's going to get caught in the air one day.
He's going to get the touchdown and the extra point in one play.
Up over Bryce McCain. Last week, of course, he did the amazing flip, and he stuck the landing. 4th quarter, Bengals save drive. But this time, Jason, Earl Mitchell gets to Dalton. And the Texans, their front 7 did a great job.
Yeah, that was the first drive of the 4th quarter there, and that's the way to start it out. Defensively, to make a big stop like that and get a big sack. I mean, that's what Houston wanted to do.
Very next play on a 2nd and 19. Andy Dalton wishes he had that one back. Overthrows Jerome Simpson. And now it's Dalton to Jermaine Gresham for 16 yards, but it's short of the 1st down. And so now on a 4th and 3, Bengals are going to pump, but Gary Kubiak calls timeout, so Marvin Lewis changes his mind, sends his offense back on the field, 4th and 3. And Dalton realizes right away he's in trouble. Trying to make a play, though, just put it up there for something to happen.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And Jonathan Joseph comes up with the interception. Had he knocked it down, they would have had the ball at a much better place. But, Prime, I know you like the interception.
Yeah, I like the picks. But look at that footwork. Look at the vision. Look at the patience. That's pay that man.
And, Philip, we talked about it here as you see James Casey get the ball. Texans weren't going to put the ball up in the air now. They just want to run the clock.
Yeah. I understand the call. I'm not real sure about the ball carrier, but I do understand the call.
Texans were forced to punt after they didn't convert on 3rd down. And then here, Dalton picked off by Daniel Manning. Keep in mind, Marvin Lewis doesn't have any challenges left. Not that he necessarily would have challenged here, but it was close as to whether Manning got that back foot down.
Good job. That's the way to go and get it at its highest point. Great job.
Texans now trying to put a fork into the Bengals. Give it to Arian Foster.
Close your eyes.
Do you see this, man?
Pushes Crocker out of the way. 42 yards for the touchdown.
I hope Crocker kids are asleep.
Texans on top, 31-10.
I wouldn't even go in the house if you did me like that. Man, I got kids. You cannot do me like that.
How about Arian Foster? 24 carries, 153 yards, and a couple of touchdowns as the quarterbacks have a conversation. There's owner Bob McNair of the Texans, Andre Johnson. They get their first postseason victory in franchise history. The Texans roll 31-10, so next week they're going to face the Baltimore Ravens next Sunday. Foster rushing for 153 yards. Yates completing just 11 passes for 159 yards. But the Texans are moving on. The wild card Saturday, Lions in the playoffs for the first time since 1999. Great job by Jim Schwartz and Martin Mayhew, Prime, your former teammate at Florida State.
He played the other corner.
And Sean Payton and the Saints.
Come back, Brett.
Brett Favre in the house as well. National championship game being played Monday featuring LSU. Matthew Stafford hits Calvin Johnson for 22 yards and a Lions first down. Great opening drive here for Stafford and the Lions. He finds Titus Young 15 yards there on a 3rd and 7. Moving the chains. 3 plays later on a 1st and goal. And Philip, this is just how you draw it up when they scratch out the first 15. You like this game plan, huh?
I'm telling you, Stafford was, I don't even know if he missed that first drive. He spread it all around. That's the thing. He got Calvin Johnson, but he's got other guys, other weapons, and they came up big on that drive.
Hit Will Heller for the 10-yard touchdown. Drew Brees, though, coming right back. 23 yards to Devery Henderson. Remember, no Lance Moore out this game with a hamstring injury. 2nd and 2 now. It's Brees to Colston. Stephen Tulloch, though, comes up with a nice play. Fumbles. It's recovered by Justin Durant. So these are the kinds of turnovers that you need.
Not the character of this Saints team.
But the Lions didn't take advantage of it. And so they ended up putting the football. And on the next Saints possession, it is Brees to Pierre Thomas on a screen on a 3rd and 10.
We can expose a lot of credit, but this guy has been consistent.
And keep in mind, no Mark Ingram for the last quarter of the season with a foot injury. Thomas, more of that consistency,
Nice.
Prime.
Great
31
blocking
yards.
downfield. You can only break a run like that when you have good blocking by the receivers downfield.
And now 3rd and 1 at the Lions' 2-yard line. It is Darren Sproles
That Shetland pony's nice.
for the 2-yard touchdown. And Philip, we don't have to tell you how special a player Darren Sproles is.
I'll tell you what, big-time player, and he usually hurts you more receiving. He had 10 carries for 51 yards tonight.
Game tied up at 7. Lions coming right back. Stafford to Calvin Johnson, 18 yards. And the first down at the 31-yard line.
It's incredible how they consistently get him the ball.
And I like the fact that the game plan was, let's just come out and let's throw it. Stafford and Nate Burleson. Another pickup of 21 yards. 3 plays later, it's Stafford to Calvin Johnson for the touchdown.
Well,
You know he's going to get it, but you still can't stop him.
Johnson gets both feet down. Stafford 6 for 8, 73 yards on that drive. Lions on top 14-7. Keep in mind, Calvin Johnson finished the regular season with 2 200-yard games in his last 3. Here, Breeze is hit by Willie Young, fumbles. It's recovered by Justin Durant. But the problem is the whistle blew before the recovery. So the Lions couldn't advance it. They could just take possession. That would have been a touchdown.
would have been a touchdown. And at the end of the day, it's still another fumble, another turnover that they didn't get any points out of. But that should have been a touchdown there.
And now Breeze to Colston. 23 yards and a first down for the Saints. 1:43 left in the half on a 4th and 1 here. And Sean Payton's a gambler, going for it. Chris Ivory picks up the first down. Saints are still in business. 21
Great
seconds
push by
left.
the offensive line.
Saints are out of timeouts. And here it's Breeze to Colston. It's called a touchdown, plus Amari Spivey is called for
Bad
unnecessary
call.
roughness because of the hand to the helmet there. But they took a look at this because every scoring play is reviewed, and they saw that the ball did pop out. But still, the penalty, it stood. 16 seconds left now. Breeze can't find anybody. And so he backs up.
Catch the ball, half's over. Catch the ball for an interception, the half's over.
That's why he's
you get no
good at
points.
Looking for Jimmy Graham there. 8 seconds left. Breeze.
Catch the ball, interception, half's over. No points.
So
Back-to-back plays.
John Casey came on out of a 24-yard field goal, 14-10. Saints down at the break. Third quarter.
And then it starts to.
At some point, the offense is going to just start to click, and they're not going to give you the opportunities. Here's Breeze to Robert Meacham, although he drops his pass right here, right in his hands.
Can't
Deion.
blame it on the lights, can't blame it on anything. You just flat out dropped that one in a game of this magnitude.
It's all right. I don't back up. We'll give it to somebody else.
Well, and Philip, you know it. You've got Floyd, you've got Jackson, and you've also got a big tight end there. Drew Brees got a ton of weapons as well.
I'm telling you, there he finds Devery Henderson right down the seam. Their hard run action, anytime they hard run action, you see both backs there to help. These guys can really run up the field, and like we've mentioned, Drew's as accurate as anyone.
Primetime nominee right there. Saints go 78 yards in 4 plays. Bam, bam, just like that. Going forward here on a 4th and 1 at their own 38-yard line. How about that for guts?
Mooch, is that 5 points of pressure or 8 points of pressure?
Drew
Mooch
Brees
loves that.
up and over for the first down. 2nd and 3 now. It is Breeze to Colston. 40 yards on the line. Colston's out at the 3.
That secondary still in the shower cooling off right now.
And then 13th play of the drive, and Jason, this is what happens. Jimmy Graham's wide open. Defense,
Yeah, a little
they
bit of
can't get
confusion.
set.
A little bit of confusion defensively, and you just can't do that. And it's a great job by Drew Brees getting them lined up quick and throwing it out there. I mean, you can't have it. You just can't have it.
Just like that, Saints on top 24-14. You know Graham can get up to get down. Hooper at college at Miami. 24-14. Stafford coming right back. Triple coverage, no problem.
No matter.
Megatron can get it.
Well,
The best in the
get it.
business. Arguably the best in the business.
And Philip, how about this catch by Calvin Johnson? The presence of mind to come back to get the football.
Great catch and great throw. You know, Stafford was under pressure. He had to throw it early. He threw it to where his guy could get it, and nobody else could.
3rd and goal. Chargers, is this in the Chargers playbook here, Philip, on 3rd and goal?
I've had a few to the pylon. I get ragged a long time about how long it takes me to get to that pylon. Great run there.
That one was called a touchdown. All scoring plays were reviewed. There you see the back knee and the ball back knee touches down the ground. At the same time, the ball hits the pylon, so the play stood. 24-21. Saints going for it again on 4th down. It is Darren Sproles.
You had to play defense, but you did account for Darren Sproles' running ability. Phillip, probably the best offseason acquisition in the game.
Couple of plays later, all looking for Breeze and looking for Meach and Aaron Berry, though. Doesn't come over the interception.
You've got to make that play. Separates the good from the great.
Right through Berry's arms. And now on a 3rd and 2.
Who's that guy?
Breeze to Sproles.
That's the Shetland pony.
And Phillip, we talked about it, even though he's about 5'5", 5'6", so strong.
So strong. He was pound for pound probably the strongest guy on our team, and just what a great player.
17-yard touchdown scamper for Sproles, and Jim Schwartz all over his defense here. Guys can't get your arms around that little guy. Saints on top 31-21. Stafford looking for Titus Young. At some point, this is going to happen too. Picked off by Jabari Greer. You keep taking shots, you eventually get behind, and that's when that Saints defense gets a little bit more opportunistic.
So they were still in the game here. It was only a 10-point game, and this is the difference. The Saints defensive backs made the plays, and Detroit, as we saw, has dropped 3 interceptions already.
And Drew Brees is not taking his foot off the gas.
Phillip said it early. He holds that safety in the middle of the field, pumped him down the seam, had a cover 2 call, wanted to keep that safety in the middle because he knew that he had the receiver running down the sideline wide open, not one-on-one. There he goes right there.
Saints owner Tom Benson loves it, and Robert Meacham 56 yards later, he's in for the touchdown.
Could have did a moonwalk in the end zone.
Meacham had 4 catches, 111 yards. Lions down 17 at this point, and the clock is a serious issue. Stafford, it's Calvin Johnson.
When you see cornerbacks trying to hit the receiver low, you know he's the man.
A couple of plays later, Stafford and Nate Burleson. So at this point, Saints defense, they're definitely going to bend. Up 17 with just under 5 left. Stafford goes back to his favorite target, Calvin Johnson, led the NFL in receiving yards this year, 1,681. 12-yard touchdown. What a day for Johnson. 12 catches, 211 yards, and a couple of TDs. But on the onside kick, Jonathan Amaya there with the recovery, so the Saints take over. And Phillip, Drew Brees is not taking his foot off the gas, is he?
Well, you know, you play Tampa 2, and he finds a way to beat you up the field, then so you go single safety, and he throws his guy open, and those guys go and make plays.
Gets Meacham again there, 41 yards. And Pierre Thomas with the final touchdown of the night for the Saints, 45-28. Brees throws for 466 yards and 3 touchdowns. And the Saints, after losing a year ago in the wild card round to the Seattle Seahawks, 7-9, they make it academic in their first playoff matchup this year. Drew Brees throwing for 466 yards and 3 touchdowns. Saints are moving on. They'll face the Niners.
The New York Giants, the NFC East champion, don't shoot the messenger, Mike.
I like that guy.
Taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
I believe.
Eli has never won a home playoff game. He's 0-2 at a home playoff game.
But he got a Super Bowl.
Mike Smith and Matt Ryan still waiting for a playoff win. They're 0-2 in their first try at winning the playoffs. Both teams went 3-and-out in their first 2 possessions, so we picked things up scoreless at the midway through the first quarter. Julio Jones with a first down for the Atlanta Falcons, finally getting a first down. And this drive, 8 plays later, now on the plus side of the field, is Julio Jones moving the chains again. 3 plays later, 13th play of the drive, 3rd and 1 of the Giants, 25. It's time for Jason Snelling on the handoff. And he is stuffed, so bring out the chains. Stop me if you've heard this
Giants
before.
defense was stout all day, especially on short yardage.
Stop me if you've heard this before. Mike Smith going for it.
He goes for it,
on
Rich.
4th and short.
That's who he is.
I know. That's what he does. And they do it in the start of the second quarter, first play of the second quarter. Instead of going for the 3 points to take the lead on the road, Matt Ryan is stuffed on the short yardage. Turnover on downs. No points still. Darn it. For the Atlanta Falcons.
You got a running back in the backfield, thighs bigger than Earl Campbell, and you're doing the quarterback sneak.
But this backed the Giants up by giving the ball there.
I don't understand.
2nd and 22. Eli Manning pressured, throws the ball away. James Sanders is the one who pressured him. wait a minute, he was out of the pocket, didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And if it happens in an end zone, intentional grounding in the end zone, walk like an Egyptian, Carl Sheffers, do it. Do it. There it is.
That's 2 points.
That's a good one, Rich. Rich,
Falcons, I like that, Rich.
By the way, this is the first.
That's my humble host.
This is the first playoff game to have a safety as the first score since the Music City Miracle.
Really?
When Javon Curse bagged Rob Johnson to start
didn't know that, Rich.
We all know how the game was because
Ron
you remember
Curse
how the
from
game
Fort Myers,
finished.
baby.
So it's 2-0. Eli Manning now.
Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second.
I believe in Eli.
Get it, Eli!
Pick him up,
I
put him down.
believe he can touch the sky.
You do a lot of singing.
I think about Eli every night and day.
First down. Midway through the second quarter now. Handed off to Brandon Jacobs.
Big man with ball.
He is running
Big
down.
man running with an attitude today.
I'd like to see you tackle that guy.
Please.
34 yards.
260.
Longest run of Brandon Jacobs' season.
for letting me get back there.
3 plays later, 11th play of the drive. Why not hand it to him again with him running like this? 3rd and 1.
Bang it in there.
He does.
Big
Does he
man
get the
has
first
an
down?
attitude
Does he
today,
get the
Mooch.
first down? Does he get the first down? Let's get the chains out there for Tom Coughlin, who's chewing gum. Chains. That's short. That's short. So Eli Manning missed it by that much. So Tom Coughlin does what Mike Smith does. Go for it. What do you do?
Playoffs.
What do you do? Do you sneak it or do you hand it to your big guy?
Oh, you hand it to big fella.
Bam!
What,
Does.
270?
He pirouettes for the first down. Next play, it's now a 13-play drive. Eli Manning. What does he do with it? Does he hand it off to Ahmad Bradshaw? He fakes it to him. And he throws it to Hakeem Nicks up top. That's a touchdown.
And you see Keenan Nicks make sure he stays in front of that quarterback. The 88 Clubbers had a great game.
13 plays, 85 yards, 7:32 off the clock at 7-2, less than 3 minutes to go in the half. Matt Ryan is sacked by Rocky Bernard. Loss of 8. Falcons have to punt. Tom Coughlin calls timeout. Timeout gets the ball back with a 2-minute warning. After the 2-minute warning, it's 2nd and 10, a minute 40 to go in the half. Eli Manning to Hakeem Nicks, first down.
I believe.
But it's
Eli.
spotted short.
That was a bad spot.
That's a
And
bad
with the clock
spot.
ticking down, they don't ask for a measurement. Giants just get right back out there after burning one of the timeouts, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, you got to
Great
ask
play.
for a measurement. Hey, ref, give me a
Great
measurement.
play.
It's an inch.
So now Atlanta has a chance to score points before the end of the half in a 7-2 game, and they don't do it. So it's third quarter now, 13 minutes to go in the third quarter. Matt Ryan still down 7-2. Tip ball in the air. Pierre Paul and Aaron Ross collide trying to go for it. Both guys go down. Ross would not return.
It's 2 starters.
That's scary.
Very vital starters to the success of this defense.
Pierre Paul would return, Ross would not. How would that affect the Giants' defense? The ensuing Giants' possession, third play from the drive, 3rd and 8 from their own 26. It's time for Manning to go to his 88. And that would be first down.
Yeah, that's a
19
wonderful
yards.
job. Look at Keenan Nicks gets down on the ball, uses his body to shield the defender.
3 plays later, another 3rd and long. Manning to
Look at the footwork. Look at the
pocket.
footwork.
Looks
Look
like
at
a
the
Super Bowl.
footwork.
Victor Cruz.
I believe in Eli.
Next play, 7th play of the drive. So we've seen Nicks, we've seen Cruz, we've seen Jacobs. Here's Ahmad Bradshaw running downhill.
Little big
catalyst.
man. This is a little big man.
This is the catalyst on the team right here. This is the emotional leader. When this guy's playing, the Giants play football like a football
We've
team.
seen Nicks, we've seen Cruz, we've seen Jacobs, we've seen Bradshaw. We now see Jake Ballard. Oh, he can't corral it. Right through his
see him again.
hands. Next play, 10th play of the drive. 3rd and goal from the 4. Manning looking for Hakeem.
Look at him extend the play.
Incomplete.
There it is.
21 reasons.
Chris Owens is draped all over him. No flag. No flag.
That's a great
Oh,
play.
geez, that's a
You see him
wrestling
trying
match.
to do the same thing.
Great play. He's trying to box him
shield
up.
him.
So it's time for Lawrence Tynes to come on. It's a field goal, but it's still just a one-possession game, 10-2. And again, I mean, we saw more points scored in New Orleans in the span of like 3 minutes than we've already seen in 2.5 quarters. Matt Ryan and that offense trying to move the chains. They do to Roddy White, plus side of the field. 4 plays later, 8th play of the drive, 3rd and 15. Ryan to Roddy White for 14 yards. Oh, don't tell me it's 4th and short.
Go for it, Mike.
You know what he's going to do.
He does, and don't tell me Matt Ryan with a keeper again.
No.
And again.
Again, you got
Right,
a tailback
he doesn't even know how to do the keeper,
on
man.
the
Find a hole.
bench, thighs bigger than a phone booth,
Okay.
and he's sitting there
Getting no push.
Just sitting on top of the pile.
Somebody tell
turn
Mike,
his back.
I don't blame you, Mike. I do not blame you, man.
Barry Fuels pumped up. So another turnover on downs. Giants, it's 10-2. 3 plays later, Eli Manning to Hakeem Nicks.
All right, now watch this. Now,
This is blown coverage.
Now, this is what you're talking about. That's the difference. Here's where greatness lies. He never gave up. The play doesn't end when he catches the ball. It begins. Hakeem Nicks, 88 Clubber.
88 Clubber.
And he does the dirty bird
That
as
bird
well.
clean.
It just looks
You
like
never did the dirty
you take
bird,
a look at Nicks. As soon as he caught the ball, it's sort of like he turned around expecting to be hit, and then he's like, "Wait a minute,
Where is everybody?
But
Where is
everybody taking?
Okay.
I think he's gonna get him. Okay, he's gonna get him. Okay, he's gonna get him. And everybody relaxes on
Rich,
the
it was
play.
a blown coverage.
Absolutely.
The second corner should have come with him. He was reading man. When the corner didn't come, he reads zone. He has to sit and get upfield.
Corner being Dante Robinson. So it's 17-2, fourth quarter now, and it's Ahmad Bradshaw on third and change, moving the chains and then some. 18 yards, 3 plays later, 7th play of the drive. It's big man downhill.
Big man downhill, running like somebody said somebody's mama before the game.
92 yards rushing.
I think he ran with an attitude.
2 plays later, 9th play of the drive. We've seen Jacobs, we've seen Bradshaw, we've seen Nicks, we've seen Cruz, we've seen Ballard. Now here's Manningham. There he is. They're using everybody.
What a throw.
You can
Oh,
see
yeah, what school did he go
What
to?
a throw.
Did he go to the Michigan?
No, the University of Michigan.
Yeah.
that was a beautiful throw by Eli.
27 yards. Eli Manning,
Look
3
at it.
touchdowns.
All his progression.
Watch that ball drop right between the two.
Perfect throw. Giants scored 24 unanswered
Mario
points. Would you believe it is now 0 for a career still for the great Tony Gonzalez? The Atlanta
88
Falcons
club.
offense
88 club, yeah.
shut out. The only points are made by the defense. Matt Ryan's number 2, matching the number of total points of the Atlanta Falcons, who are 1 and done. The Giants now move on to play the Green Bay Packers next Sunday to wrap up divisional weekend. What? Okay, this game just ended in Denver, Colorado. Ryan Clark not playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Coach's decision. The coach sat him down because of obviously his blood trait disorder. And Ben Roethlisberger playing with an injured ankle. As for the way this game unfolded, the Pittsburgh Steelers started off quite well, with Heath Miller getting a 33-yard gain and Ben Roethlisberger getting knocked right down, and maybe that gimpy ankle tightened up on him in the first half of this game. They did only get 3 points out of that. As for Tim Tebow, he was slinging it early on in this game on 3rd and 7. Eddie Royal, it's incomplete.
A lot of tight coverage right here in the game, Rich. He missed that throw right there. But, boy, we got some highlights for it.
Broncos next possession down 3-0. Tebow trying to buy time. He does buy time. Flings it to Dante Rosario, incomplete. Only 8 total yards in the first quarter, and you thought maybe the mismatch was on. Second quarter we go. It's 6-0 Pittsburgh. Here's Tim Tebow flipping it to Eric Decker, and that is James Harrison hitting him and knocking him out of the
He
game.
hit him low,
Penalties.
and
Yeah.
he hit him legally, and it's a good hit, and that's what happens when you don't wear any pads on your legs.
Now, somebody's knee is blown out because of the rules.
And James Harrison
prohibits him
talked
from hitting him up top.
He talked about this. He said, I don't want to go down low. It's too dangerous for players when they were finding him for hitting players in the head.
Well, Tomlin challenged that ruling on the field of a completed pass was, and it was a good challenge. It was incomplete. Decker, however, one of Tebow's favorite targets, out of the game. Second quarter, which has been a bugaboo for the Denver Broncos the past month, suddenly not so much, as Tebow finds Demaryius Thomas for 51 yards, the first 30-plus yard completion allowed on 3rd down by the Steelers all season. And then Tebow finds Eddie Royal 2 plays later,
Great
touchdown.
job. Tim Tebow looks off the free safety, so he can't get down the right sideline. He pops this thing up over the top of the defender, perfectly thrown, touchdown.
Dick LeBeau has to be puzzled because he's calling the correct defenses, but the defensive backs aren't making the plays.
First touchdown in 22 consecutive possessions for the Denver Broncos offense. They're up 7-6, and Ben Roethlisberger from Mike Wallace complete on 2nd and 10. John Fox, however, challenges the ruling of a catch on the field, and this was a quality challenge.
It sure was, because this ball goes through his hands, hits the ground, he bobbles it, no catch.
No catch indeed. Steelers forced to punt.
Tebow said, yes!
And meanwhile, Brett Kiesel's in pajamas. He had a groin injury. Casey Hampton on that defensive line tweaked a knee. He was out of the game as well. So the The Steelers already without Ryan Clark and with their quarterback banged up, without two crucial members on the defensive line, and Tebow was finding Demaryius Thomas at will. This is now a 58-yard game.
Just a two-man row.
Everybody talks about the blueprint for defense. Tebow.
2 plays later, here is Tim Tebow calling his own number up the gut. Dick LeBeau watches Tebow put 2 touchdowns on his defense in the second quarter to go up 14-6. Steelers, how can they respond? Ben Roethlisberger, as I said early on, maybe his ankle was tweaked because he looked like the pocket passer that he usually is not. Taken down by Robert Ayers, and Ben comes up hobbling again. Next play, 3rd and 16 from their own 14. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle. Don't throw there. Picked by Quentin Carter, returns it 18 yards to the 9-yard line. Ben hit again, limping up. Dion, what happened here?
I can't wait till you see this coverage. Most teams can only play this because you have Champ Bailey down low. He's the catalyst of this defense. You have covering Antonio Brown, safety Quentin Carter is playing center field. He's the rat. Everybody else is playing outside, the slot, the other receivers. Underneath coverage, the rat is reading Big Ben's eyes, and he's going to slowly show cover to the Champ Bailey and ease down and makes this interception, reading Big Ben's eyes. Great play. Perfect execution.
I like the rat.
Broncos' next possession. Tebow picks the ball up from his ankles and flips it in the end zone. Incomplete, however, back in the pocket. James Harrison, this is called roughing the pass. What is up with this one? I mean, boy. Half the distance to the goal. Enforced. 3 plays later, Tim Tebow on 3rd and goal. He's scrambling, and it's incomplete. So the roughing the passer penalty really doesn't affect him, except it's a settled field goal. 17-6. Broncos with 4 minutes to go in the half. Tebow rolling out.
Nice design.
Daniel Fells wide open.
Nice design. They saw us in the film room when he started coming across the field. Your boy Troy Polamalu bid up, and the tight end went up the field for the long
Led to a Prater field goal. Ben trying to get some points before the half with a minute to go. Finds Antonio Brown 25 yards, but Marquise Pouncey's out of this game, and his replacement, Dan Legursky, flips the snap over Roethlisberger's head, so no points for the Steelers, who are down 20-6 at the half of this crucial wild card game. Second half, we go midway through. Ball is loose. It looks like it's a backwards pass, and that the Denver Broncos hop on the loose ball. John Fox challenges, but the ruling is that a forward-backwards pass is not challengeable by the defense for the possession of the ball. The only way you can challenge it is to get the loss of yardage if it is indeed ruled a backwards pass. So the Steelers get the ball back, and Roethlisberger flips it down the field.
That's a dumb rule.
To Emmanuel Sanders. 18 yards. 4 plays later, Isaac Redman in for the injured Rashard Mendenhall going to the goal line. He gets in the end zone. It's ruled a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed. It's not a fumble. Called a touchdown after further review. It's not a fumble, but it's also not a touchdown.
The knee is down and the ball's not quite across the goal line.
So, 1st and goal. Redman flips it. This flipped out to Mike Wallace. That's a touchdown, 20-13. It's a 1-touchdown game. Tim Tebow is warming up.
Running a reverse.
Broncos next possession. Tebow flipping it out. It's incomplete. Ike Taylor had an off day.
Taylor had an off day. He did challenge the receivers with bumping and run. They kept getting off the ball. Outside, inside releases. He had a tough day.
1st down for the Broncos. 4 plays later at the Steelers 35. Tebow keeping it.
The zone read. He fools James Harrison now for the big 1st down.
1st down, 3 plays later. 15 ticks left in the 3rd quarter. Tebow flips it out. Nice throw to Lance Ball. Look at him moving the chains. He's firing
good on that one.
They said pull the trigger. Elway said pull the trigger. He was pulling the trigger.
Hold it.
It's 20-13, 4th quarter now. Tebow in the red zone. Flips this one out to Eddie Royal, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, we're blocking downfield now during the screen.
The play took too long to develop.
Yeah, but what a job by Tebow getting that ball off. Yeah, that's 12 Willis down there blocking. He can't do that.
So they have to settle for another field goal, but settling it makes it a 2-possession game. 23-13. Roethlisberger hands off to Isaac Redman.
Nice cut.
Best game of his life.
28 yards. Redman at 121 on the day. First down, Steelers at the Broncos 23. 3 plays later, 3rd and 6. Roethlisberger looking for his tight end, Heath Miller, incomplete. So Sean Schweitzum comes in and hits a field goal to make it a 1-touchdown game. Broncos get the ball back. 8.5. Tebow again at Demarius Thomas.
Nice back shoulder throw. You don't see this very often from Tim Tebow, but he's getting better, Mike.
204 yards receiving for Thomas. You'll see how he got his final yards of the day. But Willis McGahee puts the ball on the turf with 7.5 minutes to go. Lamar Woodley recovers after further review. John Fox throws the challenge flag. Ball loose before knees come down. And that is the way the Steelers get the ball back, trying to tie the game, keep their season alive, and hope to get the trip to New England next Saturday night on Divisional Saturday. That is the way Willis McGahee gave Ben Roethlisberger the ball, plus side of the field, 3rd and 1. Here's Isaac Redman moving the chains, 4 yards,
He
first
ran
down.
the ball tough today.
3 plays later at the Broncos 31, Roethlisberger flipping it to Mike Wallace. Oh, Champ Bailey almost
He had
puts
it.
it on.
No, maybe that's a game ender
That would
right
have
there.
been a great play.
All right.
Champ Bailey, one of the all-time best, could have squoze that into his 2 and his 4 to wrap things up. Instead, it's new life for Roethlisberger. Next play from the 31. Roethlisberger doing what we didn't see him in the first half, extending the play with his legs and his hurt ankle, and he finds Jericho Cotchery for the
That's the bend
touchdown.
we see time and time again. Extend the play, find a receiver, scramble drill. Touchdown.
So it's a tie game at 23, but it's enough time for Tebow time. Tebow. Whoa. Tebow to Daniel Fell, 17 yards, first down. Broncos 3 plays later. $1:51 left, 3rd and 8. Whoa. Tebow. No. So the Broncos have to punt it. Now it's Big Ben time. Ben time. Can he get the comeback win on the road in the playoffs? Roethlisberger, he is sacked by Von Miller.
Down goes Ben.
A minute
is
4
a
left
dog.
in the game. Roethlisberger, 2nd and 14. Antonio Brown moved the chains. First down, I'm rhyming. 33 ticks to go. Roethlisberger trying to get to the plus side of the field. Emmanuel Sanders does just that. Nice catch.
His last name.
Sean Schweitzum trying to kick to end the game. Sean Schweitzum is warming up on the sidelines. 29 seconds to go. Roethlisberger sacked once by Von Miller. Now here comes Dumerville to knock the ball loose.
Church's money on the ground.
Final timeout for the Steelers. 1 second left. Do you attempt one from 67 yards, or do you force overtime? For the first time with the new rules, they go for the Hail Mary.
Oh, boy.
You can't beat Tim Tebow on a Hail Mary. No. Come on. So it's time for overtime. What are the rules in overtime? What are the rules? Bottom line is whoever wins the coin toss can't just march down the field and get a field goal to win. If that's what happens, the other team has an opportunity to match with a field goal and move things forward under the old overtime rules. However, whichever team gets the ball first, if that team scores a touchdown, well, that would wrap things up. Let's see what happens.
We need a touchdown.
Who got the ball first? That would be the Denver Broncos. Oh, tails did fail for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tim Tebow gets his first chance. First pass, first play of the new overtime. Tebow, Demarius touchdown, wraps it up, 1 and done. John Elway can't believe it. So John Elway, made famous for one of the longest game-winning drives in playoff history, watches a 1 throw from Tim Tebow to Demarius Thomas. And that is the way Tim Tebow and Demarius Thomas, the first-round picks of Josh McDaniels, will see Josh McDaniels next week in New England. Holy smokes! That is the way the Denver Broncos wrap up wild card
some water.
weekend. Hose me down, why don't you? Tim Tebow throws for 3 bills. Demarius Thomas catches for 2 bills. And that is the way the Broncos advance.
Classic that took place In San Francisco, Jim Harbaugh trying to fire up his quarterback, Alex Smith.
He better fire him up.
Coming off the bye week. Meanwhile, Sean Payton and the Saints rolled past the Detroit Lions in the wild card weekend. Drew Brees in 8 postseason games had only thrown 2 interceptions. Brees looking for Jimmy Graham here, and Graham takes a hard fall. Dante Whitner was called for pass interference. Graham had back spasms, so he left the game.
To come back. Pretty good call. Dante Whitner hit everything he saw opposing colors today.
This set the tone right here, 3rd and 6. Pierre Thomas.
Oh, what did I say?
By Whitner right there. Thomas falls asleep. Patrick Willis with the recovery.
Praying for you, man.
True time.
Good hit.
It was originally ruled that he was down by forward progress, but then overruled and called a fumble. And it was a hard-hitting affair all day long. Here come the 49ers. Alex Smith sacked by Roman Harper. He loses the football. Frank Gore recovers.
You like that. You like that in a playoff game.
Energy.
Saints coming right back. 3rd and 8, Brees. Look out. It's the rookie, Aldon Smith, his 15th sack of the season.
15 for a rookie.
He has an impressive season.
49ers now on offense. Alex Smith to Vernon Davis, a primetime nominee. Davis going 49 yards.
Find your money man at all times. Vernon Davis, effective all game.
And up over the goalpost like Jimmy Graham there.
Little slap in the face.
Saints coming right back. Brees looking for Adrian Arrington, but it's picked off by Deshaun Golson. Remember, this Niners defense, #1 in turnover differential, plus 28. They had 38 takeaways this year. Donovan, what happened here on this play?
Well, if you take a look at Drew Brees here, we circled Carlos Rogers coming off the slot, going to a 5-step drop, trying to play it with his feet. You take a look at the tight end. He has across the face of the linebacker. He has nothing but real estate over there to the left. He didn't do that. You see Drew try to pump here to get the safety to bite. He sees Arrington going into a void. But take a look underneath. No one underneath to guard Sproles. Look at the real estate there. Trying to be too aggressive, leading to an interception by Ghost.
And the 49ers defense showing you why they are opportunistic. Big pick there. So here comes Alex Smith on a 3rd and goal to Michael Crabtree, Larry. And just like that, 49ers on top 14-0.
But that was an amazing play by Crabtree and Alex down in the red zone. They've struggled throughout the year with that, in that category, but they were able to connect on that one.
Prime, more problems holding on to the football.
Well, we already showed you this for 1 or 2 reasons. He's a big player, boo-boo. First of all, when you lose control of a kickoff, fall on the ball. Do not try to pick it up and advance it. Something's terrible is going to happen, and that's just what did happen.
Medea Williams with the recovery. 3 Saint turnovers in the first quarter. Second quarter, same score. Alex Smith here on a 3rd down. And this is Donovan, what they coached him to do so well. If it's not there, throw it away.
Well, you know what? You want to protect the ball down there. You can go with the 3 points, but still keep the play alive a little bit. I believe he had some guys moving free. Give him some time.
Settle for a David Akers field goal. 17-0. Here come the Saints. Brees to Sproles. Dante Whitner. Did Whitner come up with the football? It was ruled a fumble on the field. Sean Payton challenged the call. And you can clearly see Sproles does have possession, knee and shoulder, both down. So the ruling was reversed.
Correct call by the refs there on that play.
Whitner is balling.
How about this pass, Larry, to Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham is such a matchup, a nightmare for anybody up that seam. When he goes up and makes the play, this is after his back is locked up on him, and he still find a way to be productive.
And Prime Brees put that ball where only
Right
Graham
on the money.
could get it.
Not only on the money, but versus a all-pro linebacker at that.
17-7. Graham couldn't get up to do his traditional dunk. Back bother there. How about Adrian Arrington? Had 2 catches all season long. Gets one here. 14 yards. You want to talk about a perfect pass, Donovan, to Marcus Colston.
You know what? You put it in a position where only your receiver can get it. You talk about a 6'4 receiver. Put it up top. Put it in a position where he can go up and compete for it, and this will be your end result.
Saints down by just 3, 17-14. Saints now get it back, and it's Brees looking for Devery Henderson, but Terrell Brown.
Guys, let me tell you something. It's only a few cornerbacks in the game today could make that type of play. That was a phenomenal play, great timing, and going to get it at its highest point.
Brees' second interception of the day.
Only thing he didn't do is hold it up. He's supposed to hold that up.
Coming into this game, he had only thrown 2 interceptions in 8 career postseason games. 4 turnovers for the New Orleans Saints at this point. The Saints defense, Greg Williams kept dialing up blitzes. Alex Smith sacked by Malcolm Jenkins here, 13 yards. Darren Sproles back to receive the punt, but he can't hold on to the football. Colin Jones recovers the 5th Saints turnover of the day.
Special teams playing such a major part in this game, backing the Saints back into a bad territory all day. Great job.
Michael Crabtree's got to catch that ball on 3rd and 7, Larry, and 3 drops today.
Yeah, he struggled today. He made the one early play, touchdown down in the red zone, but he had some difficulty catching the football today.
Can you give him a corner some credit? He got it up out of there.
Great job by the corner.
There you go.
No, we make that play.
There you go, Larry. Brees on the move now. 31 yards to Colston, who does a nice job spinning and winning. And 3 plays later on a 3rd and 8. It's Brees trying to get further in San Francisco territory, but what about the year Justin Smith has had?
All-pro season by Justin Smith. He's been playing so well all season, being such a force in the middle, stopping the run and forcing the quarterbacks to get it out of his hands.
Took him out of field goal range. Another great play, Prime, from a defensive back. This time, Carlos Rogers.
You know, sometimes when you look up on the stat line and you see cornerbacks making interceptions, you say, well, they just had a good year. Carlos Rogers, ever since he's come to San Francisco, has been playing lights-out football from the cornerback position.
Couple of plays later, Brees looking for Arrington, but Rogers does it again on a 3rd and 10, gets his hand in there.
We got to have that. That's a very important play by the receiver. We need him to come down
I'm
with
saying
that.
the same thing for the corner. We got to have that.
Brees now dumps it off to Darren
Shetland
Sproles.
pony.
12 yards, and Deion, you call Sproles the best offensive in that position.
And I didn't stutter.
4th quarter now. It's Brees looking for Marcus Colston. And that ball's incomplete. Reggie Smith on the coverage.
Should have been complete. He's a little scared.
That's the play that we've seen Marcus
man.
Colston make timeless times for Drew.
Yeah, that's a tough play.
So they had to settle for a 48-yard John
How's it
Casey
tough if it
field
hit
goal.
your hand?
Alex Smith getting lucky there. Kyle Williams should have had it.
Larry would have called it.
Patrick Robinson can't squeeze the pick, Prime.
Yeah,
He didn't even see the football.
He didn't see the football. He's going to make the tackle. And that's the difference between good and great.
Got 20
Great, we expect the ball.
Here.
Okay.
Saints get it back. Brees dropped by Ahmad Brooks. The Niners defense applied pressure all day long. They kept bringing pressure up the middle. Look at Smith. Just right over Jermon Bushrod to grab Brees.
Looking like a young Jumpy Gathers. You remember Jumpy used to put him on the forklift and walk him straight back to the quarterback. He balled out today. You need some oxygen, baby. You deserve it.
So the 49ers up 3 here in the 4th, and finally, Frank Gore finds a little daylight. 42 yards down to the 22.
You know what? He's been doing a great job all year for that offense, being so effective on the ground, taking a lot of pressure off of Alex Smith all year.
Couldn't get a touchdown, though. Had to settle for a David Akers field goal, a 37-yarder. So the Niners up 6, 23-17. Brees to Devery Henderson. Darren Sproles down, a 3rd and 1. He picks up the 1st down. 2 plays later, Saints kept up the pace offensively all day long, and it's
Nice.
Brees to Sproles, and at some point, you knew this was going to happen. 44 yards for the touchdown, Larry.
Sproles in open field is a nightmare. I don't want those problems, and Dante Whitner didn't either.
It just coming right after running the ball up the middle to increase it for the 1st down. He's so versatile. Run inside, catch the ball outside, and can block out of the backfield.
What did Alex Smith have? To Vernon Davis, 37 yards. Saints down 1. Check that, Niners down 1. And more here from Smith. He's going to keep it himself a primetime nominee.
Yeah, when you see my face, that means he did something in the doggone place. He is flat out balling today. I believe in Alex Smith.
A lot of people talk about Alex Smith as game manager, but when the time came, made good plays. And here you see the 28-yard scamper. They took a look at this. They thought potentially he may have stepped out of bounds, but it wasn't even close. They went for 2 points here. Alex Smith checked out of the original play, thought he saw something.
That's a bad check. They tricked him with the disguise of the defense.
So the 49ers up 29-24, 2:08 left in the game. What would the Saints have left? Brees to Sproles, 10 yards. Sproles' 14th catch of the day. And 1:48 left. It's Breeze over the middle. Jimmy Graham, how did he come down with it?
You know what? That's just putting it up on the top shelf, letting your basketball player go up top to compete for it. And a wonderful job after the catch. That's one that speaks volumes. This guy has been doing it all year long.
One-on-one.
That's a matchup that the San Francisco 49ers like, dude. You have your all-pro linebacker Patrick Willis, who's played with a tag hamstring for a couple of weeks, but he's been able to make that play throughout the course of his career.
Yeah, Willis, Whitner, Rogers all there. Graham, 5 catches, 103 yards, a couple of touchdowns. And now this is how you run a 2-point conversion. On the play action, Breeze dumps it off to a wide-open Sproles. Sproles, by the way, had 15 catches in this game. That's an NFL postseason record. And Drew Brees, 462-yard passing. He had 466 a week ago. Alex Smith looking for Brett Swain. Swain would have kept running. He had 6.
Yeah, both the guys looked like they lost where the football was going, and they both slowed down. And unfortunately for San Francisco, he wasn't able to make that play.
Smith to Davis. 47 yards down to the 20.
He's been doing it all game.
31 seconds left now. And it's Smith. He's going to check it down to Frank Gore. Gore can't get out of bounds. So the 49ers spike it with 20 seconds left. David Akers getting ready on the sidelines. Gore at 89 yards on the ground. 14 seconds left. Smith on a rope to Vernon Davis for the touchdown. And the Niners back on top.
Great job by Alex Smith, recognizing Tampa 2 in the red zone, being able to get your tight end involved, put it on his body to protect the ball in the end zone. Vernon Davis, great job, big fella. That's the way to win the game for the team.
An amazing play by Alex Smith and Vernon Davis. Davis, 7 catches, 180 yards, a couple of touchdowns. And how about Alex Smith? 299 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Jim Harbaugh's club moving on. They beat the Saints 36-32. Smith with his first career playoff victory. And Frank Gore, 89 yards on the ground, but it's Davis who ends up being the star. The Niners knock off the red-hot New Orleans Saints. I'm Fran Charles. Let's get to the highlights. Josh McDaniels back with the Patriots.
Welcome back.
And, of course, he drafted Tim Tebow in the first round. And also Demaryius Thomas, Tom Brady, and the Patriots. Remember, they lost their last 2 home playoff games. They came out on fire to Rob Gronkowski. Prime, you just said Jimmy Graham, best tight end of the game. This guy's not bad either.
He had some great stats, and he could flat out play.
The very next play, using Aaron Hernandez, Larry, in the running game.
Man, both these tight ends are dynamic with the ball in their hands. They're versatile, and they're tough coverage for linebackers or safeties.
43 yards down to the 7-yard line. On the very next play, it's Brady to Wes Welker. And just like that, Patriots go 80 yards in 5 plays, $151. They're on top 7-0.
The most productive slot receiver in the game today, Wes Welker.
Give him his own shoe.
Yes, give him his shoe.
Tim Tebow coming off that great performance at home against the Steelers, completing 10 passes for 316 yards. Big scramble there on a 3rd and 5. Got the Broncos a first down. But 3 plays later, Rob Ninkovich was all over. Gets to Tebow, who fumbles. Brandon Spikes recovers. And the Patriots are back in business. Great play there, Donovan, by Ninkovich.
Excellent play, applying pressure to the quarterback as Tebow's finding out for himself. It's a little different than the first game.
Patriots still up 7-0. Brady to Gronkowski, 17 yards. Larry, these tight ends, they're trying to take over some of your territory.
Man, those guys are unbelievable weapons. I mean, they work the seams better than anybody in the game right now. And you see the pinpoint accuracy by Tom Brady is just, can't say enough about that guy.
How about Gronkowski? Holds on. It was ruled a touchdown on the field, so they review all scoring plays, and they said, yes, he had control when he hit the ground.
And you know he actually just beat a corner on that play, right?
14-0. Willis McGahee bounces it to the outside before Kyle Arrington pushes him out of bounds at 17 yards and a Broncos first down. Would this be what the Broncos offense needed, Dion, to get going on a 3rd and 5? Tebow looking for Demaryius Thomas. It was a great connection a week ago, but not so much tonight.
No, it wasn't the consistency that they had a week ago. I feel like the cornerbacks from New England played a lot more aggressive than the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What'd you see here, Prime, on this interception by Quentin Carter?
sometimes Brady isn't that type guy. I mean, he's going to throw picks. He's human. He just wants all us to realize before he put up these crazy numbers that he's going to put up that he's human. But I like how he's upset with himself, not faulting his receiver whatsoever.
Quentin Garner had a big sack in the regular season game between the Patriots and the Broncos. Tebow to Thomas, 12 yards and a first down at the Pats' 5. Second quarter, same Broncos drive, first and goal. It's Willis McGahee. McGahee with a great season, 7 100-yard rushing performances. Gets a touchdown there. Zane Beadle's called for unnecessary roughness, so the Broncos trying to stay in it, 14-7.
Take a picture of the scoreboard right now.
But the Patriots keep their foot on the grass. Brady to Deion Branch.
One number off.
Remember, Branch didn't play in the Week 15 matchup with a groin injury. And then it's Aaron Hernandez.
I don't blame that corner one bit.
Picks up the first down. Hernandez, 3 rushes, 58 yards in the first half. 3rd and 3. Donovan back to the tight end, Gronkowski.
I mean, at some point you got to realize that this man is probably his number one read in just about every pass play. So can you please double him?
33rd postseason touchdown pass to Dan Marino for 3rd all time. Patriots up 21-7. Tebow sacked by Vince Wilfork. They got to him 5 times. What were the Patriots able to do defensively? Did you see Gerard Warren and get to him 2 here, Prime, that the Steelers couldn't do last week?
They just applied a lot of pressure. The Steelers wanted to put 8 men in the box and play outside man, which gave the receivers one-on-one with the corners. The Patriots, they just stayed true to who they are. Look at this.
Up top, 61 yards to Branch. There were those who complained about a little offensive pass interference, but both Goodman and Branch there using their hands. No call. I like the no call. That's Brady's 4th touchdown pass, Larry, of the half.
That's just a little veteran nudge right there. You see a guy that's motivated. I was hoping him in Seattle, and he came back and really revitalized his career again in New England.
28-7, Tebow looking for Thomas. Incomplete on a 3rd and 5. Broncos punted with 1:16. So you know what that meant.
You know what that means.
Patriots still have a timeout here, 47 seconds left.
Dun, 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 dun.
Brady to Hernandez, 20 yards. It's a first down to the 30. 10 seconds left. Donovan, you said you have to double this guy.
At some point, realize that number 87 is in your face and guard him, please. I mean, he's already broken the tight end record. What more do you need to see?
19-yard touchdown. Tom Brady's 5th touchdown pass in the first half. That's a new NFL playoff first half record. Gronkowski, 3 touchdowns in the game, ties the record for receiving TDs in the playoffs. 3rd quarter here. This is after a Broncos 3 and out. You knew the Patriots weren't going to stop, too. Brady to Wes Welker. Keep in mind, the Patriots had some things to work on. They had gotten off to slow starts the final 2 regular season games of the season. Plus, Deion, they had lost their last 2 home playoff games. So this wasn't so much about Denver and Tim Tebow. This is about this team trying to get to the Super Bowl.
And that's their only goal. The Patriots don't play to win games. They play to win it all. He's making it rain, ladies and gentlemen. That's what he's saying. You can't guard me. I am making it rain on y'all right now.
Hernandez with another touchdown. Brady with 6. And then Tebow is dropped by Wilfork and Ninkovich. Ninkovich was all over the place. They did a nice job making sure that Tim Tebow couldn't bounce and escape from the pocket. Tebow was shaken up on the play a little bit. Broncos ended up punting. 4th quarter now. Patriots up 42-10. It's Brady to you-know-who.
Chad?
Can somebody please guard this man?
No, not Chad.
87 is killing you.
Not Ocho Cinco. 3 plays later, 3rd and goal. It's nice, Larry, when you have Danny Woodhead back there, too. They just have so many weapons.
I mean, they might as well give it to somebody.
He's a change-of-pace guy. Does a really good job out of the backfield, and is an excellent pass protector as well.
It led to a Steven Gostkowski field goal, 45-10.
Is anybody still watching this game right now?
4th and goal right here. Tebow gets away. And still on the move.
Like Tecmo Bowl.
Never quits. Never quits. He competes.
It would have been picked if they would have knocked it down at the line.
Knocked down by Kyle Love. And so the Patriots are on their next possession. 3:10 left in the game, and Tom Brady's on to punt here.
What can he do?
But can't he do? This is ridiculous.
Terrific.
3rd and 10. Look at that.
See,
That's about a 35 average.
He threw
35, 40
he
average.
threw that pick early just to allow you to know he's human. That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. He's going to get fined.
Frustration.
He's going to get thrown out of the club over here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. Excuse me.
Oh,
yeah, stand behind the cone.
If he was a rocket socket robot, his head would have popped up.
Vaughn Miller, Dan Connolly, Matt Light, all getting into it there. Robert Ayers comes flying in, but Brady and company, they're moving on. Brady throws 6 touchdown passes. That ties an NFL postseason high. Robert Gronkowski, he had 3 receiving touchdowns. That also ties an NFL postseason record.
And Joe Flacco just a little bit better than T.J. Yates today. John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens, and Joe Flacco, obviously the starting quarterback. Gary Kubiak, I think an excellent candidate for AFC Coach of the Year. And T.J. Yates, rookie quarterback, leading the way for the Texans.
And this
huge
is just
play early.
I mean, Jacoby Jones just
All game long.
huge mental mistake.
Well, but the thing about, we talk about this all the time, it's not a given. The playoffs, you kind of tighten up in the playoffs.
I guess.
No, you do.
It's an inexcusable
T.J.
mistake.
Yates admitted on the broadcast to the broadcasters that he was a little nervous last week.
Led to a Joe Flacco touchdown. Ravens up 7-3. Yates looking for Andre Johnson, picked off by Ladarius Webb.
Again, T.J. Yates, young quarterback, as you mentioned, Paul, has done some really good things this year, getting his team to this point in the season. But I don't know, Webb may have run a better route than Andre Johnson, but that's called staring down a receiver.
Hey, Joe Flacco didn't have his best day, but this is a perfect throw. Good placement, good velocity. Touchdown Ravens to Anquan Bolton from 10 yards
And
out.
Anquan Bolton, remember, been out due to injury over the last few weeks, and being able to come in and get that first round bye, I think, was very helpful for him. He had a nice day.
Ravens up 17-3 into the second quarter. Now 3rd down and 9. Yates.
What a catch.
Look at that catch by Arian Foster.
Glove.
The glove comes out early, huh?
Absolutely.
Arian Foster, 12 yards and a first down.
Arian Foster had a huge first half, rushing for 95 yards, but this guy is truly an electrifying, and he is a franchise back. He's not a one-hit wonder.
3 plays later, 12th play of the drive. He ends this drive. Looked like he was going to go right, cuts
Just
it up inside.
Sticks his foot in the ground and finds his seam and gets. Look, the story of this game ultimately will be the Ravens. I just have to tell you, I really like this Houston Texans team going forward into the future.
Yep. Third quarter, 17-13. 4th play of this drive. This is Lee Evans, 20-yard game.
That's just dirty good right there.
And this guy is a guy that they really thought was going to do more for him this year. This is a great play, and if he can continue to make plays for this Ravens team, I think they'll have a shot. But still, there's not a whole lot we've seen out of Lee Evans in the Ravens uniform.
4 plays later, 8th play of the drive, 4th and goal. Ray Rice didn't make it.
Big stop by the Texans defense, and really the Texans defense, and Wade Phillips, what he's done to me, that's been the entire difference on this Texans football team.
And again, looking forward, a loss of Wade Phillips to a head coaching job really would be something the Texans don't want to see.
Absolutely.
Texans defense playing very well. Unfortunately, the Ravens defense doing the same. That's T.J. Yates picked off by Ladarius Webb again.
Paul, you're the quarterback on set here. I mean, you can see it. He's just staring down his receivers.
He's kind of floated that one in there.
Yeah, and the thing was, it was into a den of Ravens players.
Into a nest.
Actually, should have been a nest. My bad.
An aviary.
Sorry about that.
And Flacco began to have some issues as well, looking for Ed Dixon on 3rd and 5, incomplete. Billy Cundiff field goal, made it 20-13. Yates looking for Andre Johnson, and this is Ed Reed coming in to knock the ball loose late, but Johnson is ruled down.
Ed Reed made a bunch of big plays in this game today, and you see right there, does a good job, but his knee is down right there. Ball comes out. Good, no call.
Next play, 2 minutes left in the game, and T.J. Yates, you kind of began to feel like this one might go wrong right here when he pumps and throws late, just floats it out there, pretty much right to Ed Reed.
Just not knowing where the safety is, and Ed Reed does a great job going up and catching the football. Again, if I'm looking for safeties and cornerbacks for my roster, I'm picking guys who can make plays like receivers with their hands, and Ed Reed has been able to do that for years in this league.
So the Ravens take over on their own 29, and this is 3rd down and 1 from their own 13. Vontae Leach is short. So the Texans going to get the ball back with inside a minute left as Baltimore punts with 53 seconds remaining. 4th play of this drive. Now 4th and 2. Tom, you made mention, why not just go get the first down?
Yeah, get your first down.
No
spike
timeouts
the ball.
left, though. I'm sure
you
that
could still
affected this
spike
call.
it, or you could get out of bounds. Just thought it was a little bit early to throw the Hail Mary with 20 seconds left. But ultimately, This may be the biggest story coming out of that final play. Was Ed Reed having to come off with a bad ankle?
Give me back.
Landed on the hip early.
Yeah, it looks like he landed on his heel.
Ed Reed carried off the field.
Left ankle injury. Tough day for TJ Yates.
Yep.
But, look, you're a rookie quarterback going on the road to Baltimore and facing an accomplished Ravens defense. That's a tough task.
Green Bay Packers, New York Giants. That's Joe Philbin, the offensive coordinator.
Praying for you, man.
We are all praying for him. Aaron Rodgers coming off of his first game since Christmas night, playing the day before Martin Luther King Day, by the way. Eli Manning and the Giants coming in off of the wild card win at home, virtually shutting out the Atlanta Falcons for Tom Coughlin. Eli Manning gets the ball and marches it right down the field. That's Victor Cruz, 11 yards on a 3rd and 10.
And just timing right there by Eli Manning and Victor Cruz, right out of that break.
This is the 12th play of the opening drive. Manning hurried on 3rd and 5. Jake Ballard doesn't even get it close to him. Lawrence Tynes, who won the playoff game the Giants last played in Lambeau Field in 2007. NFC Championship game. He kicks the field goal to put them up 3-0, and then the Giants on the ensuing kickoff. That's a boo-boo by Randall Cobb, the rookie in his first career playoff game, his first return. Far different than his first return of his career, right? Back in week 1, a challenge by Mike McCarthy. Ball out. But
elbow down.
Yeah, so
knee and elbow.
Packers get to keep the ball. Avert disaster there. Aaron Rodgers rolling out Jermichael Finley first down to the Packers, the Giants' 31-yard line. 3 plays later, 7th play of this drive. Aaron Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings, who missed the last 3 games of the season with a knee injury.
Talked about on game day morning, Rich. Very important to see if these two can connect, and they had a few miscues today.
This was wide open.
But that was a scramble play. You got to give both of them credit for Jennings finding a hole. Rodgers just missed it.
But Mason Crosby did tie the game at 3. 4 and change to go in the first quarter. Eli Manning to Hakeem Nicks, who's becoming a playmaker of the first order. First down to the 34-yard line of the Giants' next play. Eli Manning finds the member of the 88 club again.
There he goes.
And just like against Atlanta, you've got to put him down when you get a chance. And Nicks goes the full distance as Charlie Pepper just puts a shoulder on him.
Big today. Hakeem Nicks came up with play after play. And the play started when he catches the ball. It doesn't end when he catches the ball. And this is a big fella, big man with ball.
66-yard score for 88. First touchdown of the game goes to the Giants. It's 10-3. How would the Packers respond? Aaron Rodgers picking him up, putting him down on 3rd and 5, picking up the first down. A scramble of 6. We saw a lot of that in the game. 2 plays later, Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings. He is hit by Deion Grant. Ball out, picked up by the Giants. Kenny Phillips ruled a fumble initially, then ruled down by contact. So it's not Mike McCarthy who's got a challenge. It's Tom Coughlin who's got a challenge. And even though it sure looks like the ball is out,
that's a fumble.
It's a bad call.
Bill Levy goes under the booth and says the play stood as called.
What are you looking at, Bill?
They must win in a phone booth because they didn't go in that regular booth.
All right, Packers ball.
So that is a big break for Green Bay. And 4 plays after getting the ball back, Rodgers finds John Kuhn for the game-tying score touchdown.
Pro Bowl fullback. This guy can lead block, and boy, when it's play action pass, he can find his way open.
Now, what do you make of going on sides right after that?
Pretty risky now. That's a gutsy call by Mike.
Should we read anything into that?
Not at all. You got an offense that you know are going to score. They responded to everything the Giants have done. There's no problem with that. I don't see nothing wrong.
Doesn't work. Eli with the short field moves it just a couple of first downs down the field and brings out Lawrence Tynes for the field goal. It's blocked by Greg Jones, so the special teams bails out the special teams for Green Bay.
Inside the double bumper, he gets a hand on the ball. That's a big block by the field goal rush team.
That is no blood on the onside kick. Now here's some more miscues for Green Bay. Now again, obviously Matt Flynn played a heck of a game week 17. And we saw virtually every other team on division weekend that was coming off a bye not go through these issues. But Green Bay had several drop passes on the day, 4 in the first half. Tied at 10, here comes Eli Manning back to Jake Ballard, first down Giants. 3 plays later, Manning to Hakeem Nicks. It is picked by Morgan Burnett. Eli Manning. Only playoff game he has ever won in which he has thrown an interception was Super Bowl 42.
A lot of penetration up the middle that caused that interception. Eli has to just throw that ball away, live to see another day.
Took the big hit.
Desmond Bishop was the one who delivered the big hit. So the Packers take over in a tie game, trying to take their first lead of the day, but it is a fumble by John Kuhn. Kuhn is bumming. Very rare. He never puts the ball on the turf, and he does just there to give it right back to the trade turnovers. Eli Manning for Hakeem Nicks. First down and more.
Attacked that football, Rich. He came out of his break and then came back towards that football, took the football from the defense.
Right after the 2-minute warning, 3rd and goal. Manning harassed in the pocket. Goes for Ballard. It's incomplete. Lawrence Tynes comes out to give the Giants the lead again, 13-10. Can Aaron Rodgers get points before the end of the half? Rodgers sacked by Michael Boley on 3rd and 5. Giants call their final timeout with 48 seconds to go. So the Giants get the ball back. It's 3rd and 1, 15 ticks to go. Why not hand it off and see what can happen with Ahmad Bradshaw?
Get out of bounds.
Get out of bounds.
Bradshaw does that, so Lawrence Tynes can come on and attempt a very long field goal with 6 ticks to go, but maybe they'll get him close.
Yeah, let's throw a little drag.
Instead, they go for the Hail Mary.
Pop it up.
Going for the double 8. Touchdown. Hakeem Nicks brings it down. Hail Mary successful right before halftime.
You got Charlie Pepper and Charles Woodson both back there, and Hakeem Nicks goes up over the top of everybody to make a play with no time.
Well, I guess Tyree does it on the top of his helmet. Nicks does it on the front of his helmet. Corrals the ball, brings it in. Yet more shades of 2007 for the Giants.
You have defensive backs that did not even get in the end zone. They should have been pressing those receivers at the line of scrimmage.
Nicks with 152 first half receiving yards. Second half down 10. Ball goes to Green Bay first. Aaron Rodgers picks up the first down on 3rd down with his legs with a 15-yard gain. Move the chains. 3 plays later, another 3rd down. Rodgers avoids the rush, hits Donald Driver. What a catch.
Donald Driver came up with a nice.
If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers' legs, this game would have been over a long time ago.
First down,
heck of a
next
scramble.
play. Osi Umenyiora strips the ball. It's loose. Deion Grant recovers. Giants get a turnover.
Wide open for a touchdown on this play, too. Greg Jennings was.
That defensive front. Now, they had 48 sacks this season.
Beautiful.
Only a couple teams better than that. They can pressure you with 4-man.
And here's how wide open Jennings was.
Oh, boy.
If OC didn't knock it down, it would have been a 1-score game again. Wow. Instead, it's still a 2-score lead for the Giants, who get the ball back on 3rd and 2. Sure looks like DJ Ware picks up the first down.
Spot.
The refs had a rough game in this game.
Yeah, they did. They were cold.
They were cold. That's putting it gently, to be very honest.
They were cold.
That's putting it very gently. Giants, Coughlin doesn't challenge it, so the Packers get the ball back. James Starks running free down the sideline. This is the James Starks that we saw in last year's playoffs with a 29-yard gain, bringing it to the cusp of the red zone. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5. Rodgers looking for Greg Jennings. Off his hands.
Great play.
You got to make that play in this situation right here. Greg Jennings, had he been playing week in and week out, that would have been a play that we watched him make time in and time again.
So it's a field goal for Mason Crosby. It's just a 1-touchdown deficit for Green Bay. Getting the ball back, top of the 4th quarter, first play of it. Jordy Nelson moved the chains on 2nd and 6, 17 yards, first down, 3 plays later, 3rd and 5 from the Giants' 39. Rodgers has a wide open Jermichael Finley.
That was on Rodgers right there. Jermichael Finley came wide open, coach in the hole.
Wow, this is a huge sequence because it's a wide open Finley. Can't move the chains, not a first down. Go for it on 4th and 5, and Michael Boley discount double checks Aaron Rodgers again. That is a turnover on downs. Giants get the ball back to Eli. So again, instead of it being a first down Green Bay, it's now first down Eli. Couple plays later, Mario Manningham first down grab for the Giants. First down of the second half for the Giants. 3 plays later, 3rd and 5, Manning to Victor Cruz, middle of the field, 11 yards.
First downs, keep the clock moving.
Miscue got DBs on that play.
3 plays later, 3rd and 5. Manning is sacked by the man who blocked the field goal earlier. Brad Jones takes him down. Lawrence Tynes would come out Field goal is good, so it is a 2-score lead for the Giants. Again, 7 minutes to go. Packers season on the line. They need to move the ball down the field and get some points. Ryan Grant gets the first down, but ball's out. Ball's loose. Chase Blackburn picks up the ball, running the other direction. He goes down. We need to see if this is a fumble or not. The refs let it go, and the refs got this call correct. Ball is out before anything touches down.
That's why you're taught to get to the ball, defenders. Get to the ball. Good things happen when the multitude gets to the ball.
And Kenny Phillips is the one who knocks it loose. Giants take over at the Packers 4 first play. Manning 2, Manningham, and now it's a 17-point Giants lead. 6:48 to go. 30-13. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay season is in jeopardy. 15 wins on the line right now, and a defending title chance on the line. 3rd and 10. Rodgers, all 3 timeouts.
Buy some time.
Intended for Donald Driver, incomplete. So now it's 4th and long. If somehow, some way, this was not called roughing the passer. I mean, this
that don't make any sense.
Is ridiculous. It wasn't late. It wasn't illegal. It was clean. He didn't hit him with anything but the legal parts of his body on the strike zone on Rodgers' part. But instead, it's a fresh set of downs, and Rodgers picks up yet more first downs with his legs. First down right on the red zone 4 plays later. 2 plays after that, 4:52 in the game. Rodgers to Donald Driver, touchdown. It's a 10-point game again.
Another big play by Driver.
Got to go on sides.
One of those receivers over a linebacker, throw it over the shoulder for a touchdown.
So they go on sides. Ball's loose, but Victor Cruz hops on it.
It's called a hands team. That's why you have your best hands guys on this team in this situation.
Went through the wickets of Spencer Pasinger of the Giants right to Victor Cruz. Giants take over. Aaron Rodgers doesn't get a break right there. Giants next possession, Ahmad Bradshaw on 1st and 10. They're going to start making sure Green Bay burns all of its remaining timeouts. Packers use their first, 2nd and 11. Here's Bradshaw again. Packers use their second timeout. Now they just have to stop him on 3rd down, get the ball back, and hope for the best. 4.5 to go. Eli Manning going to throw for it and picks it up to Victor Cruz.
3rd and 11. That's the play of the game in a 4-minute drill. Keep the sticks moving.
Packers saved their last timeout. They also have the 2-minute warning, hoping for something good to happen here. Instead, Ahmad Bradshaw comes through the wash and picks up 24 big-time yards.
Heart and soul of this Giants football team. When he is on the football field, they have a better running game and they play with a different intensity. I'm Ahmad Bradshaw.
2 plays later, Brandon Jacobs running downhill.
What about him, Mike?
Big Brandon, the big man, runs and runs hard. But Ahmad Bradshaw's heart and soul.
So the New York Giants go into Lambeau Field and turn the 15-1 Green Bay Packers into the very first 15-win one-and-done team in the history of the National Football League. And it's Tom Coughlin and the Giants who move on to San Francisco next week for the right to play in Indianapolis 3 weeks from now. And the Packers do not host San Francisco next week in Lambeau Field and instead head into the offseason far sooner than anybody expected. In New England, a cold, crisp day for Tom Brady coming out of the Joe Flacco having the Ravens in the championship game for the 2nd time of his first 4 years of his career. As Ray Lewis, many people thought maybe this is his last game if they lost on this day, or his last season for sure. Bill Belichick, 16 playoff wins coming into this game. That's 4th place all time. Tom Brady picked off by his nemesis, his bête noire, Bernard Pollard, who we all know blew up his knee a couple years ago. This time he picks him off, flag on the play. Tom's like, it's still our ball because Ladarius Webb called there.
That's a nice route, man.
On Wes Welker.
That's a nice route.
Drop PI.
That's a nice route.
So now, what do the Patriots do in the next play? They go for it all. They go for Gronk. Wide open.
Yeah, you don't see Tom Brady miss many of those seam throws to the big guy.
You don't see Ed Reed and Ray Lewis biting on the same play. You never see that either.
Wow. So the Ravens dodge a bullet there, and then 4 plays later, it's 3rd and 10 on the 11. And Brady looks for Wes Welker, but look who breaks it up. It's...
Oh, sugar.
Yeah, Ray Lewis on the coverage there.
Yeah, Wes slowed up just a little bit. on that play. I guess you slow up when 52's chasing.
So the Patriots do get the first points of the game, though, on a field goal. Brady now back at it. He's picked off by Ladarius Webb. No flags on this play.
Julian Edelman, that guy's going both ways. Edelman.
This was a great play.
That's a 21 reason play.
That's
right
a
there.
21 reason.
That's a 21
One of
reason.
the best defensive back plays this year.
Ravens take over on their own 30 as they pick Brady off. First turnover of the day. How would Joe Flacco turn that? Well, he would turn it into points. Flacco and his first 3 sets of downs couldn't get a first down. There he finds Torrey Smith, 42 yards, first down. Ravens, first down of the game. And then 6 plays later in the second quarter, Flacco to Anquan Bolden over the middle. He stopped just short of the first down. And it's a big moment for John Harbaugh. He wants a measurement. He gets it. He's just shy of it.
Go for this.
They don't. They kick the
I
field
know.
goal.
I thought you should.
All right.
No, not against
Tie
Brady.
it up.
You got to tie it up.
You got a defense like that. You go for this right now. You try to hit him in the
Plus,
mouth.
Billy Cunda from 20 yards out. I mean, that's a gimme, right?
Yeah, right. That's
Keep that in
okay.
your mind. Keep that in your mind. Ties the game at 3.
point, Rich.
Law firm began to get things started in the middle of the second quarter here as he runs that one for 13 yards. 6 plays later, that's a connection to Gronkowski to
That's
the
a tough matchup.
right to the red zone. 2 plays later, 2nd and 6. It's Benjarvis Green Ellis losing his helmet on the play. Dannell Ellerbe is the reason why the helmet comes off. He grabs the face mask, 15 yards. That means it's first and goal for the Patriots at the Ravens 7 now. And the next play, who runs it in? But the man who has never, by the way, fumbled in his professional career, never fumbled even in college, Benjarvis Green Ellis.
Yeah, I'd give it to him, too. Look at this guy. Take the lead 10-3 here.
Let's get NFL in motion.
I love that right there.
NFL in
Look at
motion.
that right
Yes, he's pointing to the patch for the late Mrs.
Tom
Kraft.
Brady's running the show right here. He says, hey, I see 6 in the box. We're going to run the football. I like the box count. And so he says, we're going to run the inside power, one back power. Usually it's from that side. This time he's going to run it from the other side and just like a draw play. Here comes Logan Mankins around to pull on the linebacker, and we drop it off to Benjarvis Green Ellis. Wes Welker gets Bernard Pollard, and it's a touchdown, and that's good orchestration by the quarterback against the 6 in the box.
That's the way to coach me.
And that's why Steve spends a lot of time in the box in the parking lot all day, looking at stuff like that. Here is Anquan Bolden.
Flacco, what a play to
throw.
Anquan Bolden right there on a square end, man.
37-yard gain, and then 3 plays later, Rice.
This
Does he
was
get
a
the first
great
down?
second effort. Great second effort.
Does. He's initially stopped.
got it.
He does get the first down. So 2 plays later, Flacco to
That's a wonderful play by Flacco.
Dennis.
Get out of there.
Pitta, everybody.
Nice adjustment by quarterback and receiver.
Seventh straight completion for Flacco ties the game
Flacco
at
played.
10. So what do the Patriots do to respond? 2nd and 2. They're inside the Ravens 35 now. Brady play faking Aaron Hernandez first down.
This guy does it all. He plays tight end and receiver and running back. Boy, this guy's versatile.
He was the leading receiver in the win over Denver last week, leading rusher, pardon me. First down for the Patriots. 3 plays later, Gronkowski grabs it on 3rd and 10, but he is out of bounds. Gronkowski does not
This
believe
is a
it.
great throw, but great.
Well, you can see that 1 foot's down, but the ball's not in yet. So now he needs 2 feet down. Now he needs 2 feet down, and he does not get 2 feet down. So it's a field goal for the Patriots. 13-10, 2.5 to go in the half. Flacco steps up, avoids the rush. Deep throw to Torrey Smith.
I can't believe it.
Right there,
right
but
there.
he can't get it. What happened here, Irv?
Oh, he has to just put air up under the ball because when he came out of his break, and he came out of his break a little slow time, he
Yes,
should have
he
kept
did.
running. He had to relocate the ball. That's why you put air, so it gives him time to look up and relocate, then get to the end.
So the Ravens get no points before the half, and they're still down by 3, third quarter, as Brady on 3rd and 5 gets it to Hernandez and makes a nice move to pick up the first down for the Patriots. 3 plays later, it's Benjarvis Green Ellis, 3rd down run. He is stopped. So the Patriots settle for a field goal. It's 16-10. Bill O'Brien, who is the next head coach of Penn State, as we all know, this is the day that Coach Paterno passed away, and our obviously
God bless
all of
the
our
Paterno family.
Yes, all of our thoughts and well wishes are with that family. Bill O'Brien watching the Ravens now march down the field. Lee Evans 13 yards right there. 3 plays later, 3rd and 6. Flacco picking him up. putting him down to extend the play to Dennis Pitt. First down.
Shown by Joe Flacco.
Good hit.
Antoine Molden is the one who delivered the blow.
Watch this.
Whoa. And I'm glad there was no flag on that play, by the way.
It was a great
Helmets did collide.
No, shoulder.
How many times have we seen a flag fly on that?
Yeah.
And I'm glad that one did not, as Harbaugh might have been looking for one right there. 3 plays later. Right here.
Watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That was a blitz, but
So
a
they
wonderful
drafted
job
Torrey
by
Smith.
Flacco.
I have not seen that kind of speed on a receiver to turnover all season long.
That's a 29-yard score. All scoring plays are reviewed, and we wanted to see if Smith was out of bounds by the time that he left, and he did not. He left his feet while he was in the field of play, but barely, and this stood as called. And guess who has the first lead of the day? The Baltimore Ravens. And Ray Lewis telling the defense, let's hold on to this. But the defense didn't have a chance to even get out there because guess who put the ball in the turf of all people? The short-handed Danny Woodhead. On the ensuing Woodhead. Yes, Woodhead. Laquan Williams hits it. Emmanuel Cook recovers it, and the Ravens get the ball with a short field. If they get a touchdown here, they could go up 8. Flacco on 2nd and 7. Look at him go! Himself. First down inside the 10-yard line.
Good play.
Beautiful
3
play
plays
right
later, 3rd and 8 at the Patriots 9, and Flacco is sacked.
That's ugly.
So Billy Cundiff comes in for a 39-yard field goal, and Cundiff it's perfect for his range. Right?
No problem.
20-16 is the score.
Hit that one.
So it's not an 8-point lead. It's just a 4-point lead as Gronkowski and Brady connect with 30 ticks to go in the 3rd quarter. And Bernard Pollard, of all people, in on the tackle. This is a legal tackle. I mean, it's just his ankle gets caught up underneath Pollard. And we all know Pollard was on the field when Wes Welker blew out his knee in Week 17 a couple years ago. He was the one who was in on the play that Brady blew out his knee. So here's Gronkowski leaving. He did come back in the game. But Brady is the one who, a few plays later, gets the ball across the goal line, except for the fact he didn't.
This was smart on the quarterback sneak. He took it over here to the B gap, but he's down.
But his knee is down before the B gap could be broached into the end zone, and so Brady's got to come out again. 3rd and goal. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis stuffed by Ray Lewis and company. 4th down. Bill Belichick decides to go for it with 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
Watch over the top.
Is this a huge goal line stand for the ages for the Baltimore Ravens? Tom Brady says, I could pick that up myself. Leaps in the air, and he almost goes
the reach over the goal line.
Feet overhead as Tom Brady gets it across the goal line as Ray Lewis hits him in the small of the back.
Spinal tap.
The back his cleats touch Ray's number.
That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
But that left the Patriots on top, 23-20. 7.5 minutes to go. Flacco. His first pick of the day. Brandon Spikes picks him off.
And he missed 8 games now. It's good to have him back. He's played last week against Denver for the first time.
Spikes, inopportune moment for Flacco to throw his first interception of the game. What would Brady do with it? First play after the pick.
Go for it.
He throws a pick of his own as Pollard tips it to rookie Jimmy Smith plucks it up.
Decision by Tom Brady. I know you want to take a shot at the turnover, but this was a horrible decision in this type of game.
Nice play by the rookie Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, he plucks it, Ravens.
Almost.
Look at this.
Off the turf, but as you can see, Pollard hits it to Smith, who does grab it by his fingertips and corrals it before it does touch. And he does get up and go.
That's why
and returns it 38 yards to the Raven 38-yard line. So he could have gone down for the touchback. Instead of it being at the 20, it's at the Baltimore 38. And the Ravens marched it down the field, down to the Patriots 33 with 3 minutes to go. It's 4th and 6. They decide to go for it instead of going for a 51-yarder from Billy Cundiff. Decide to call timeout before actually doing that. And the Ravens come out of the timeout.
Hey, hold on, man. Don't keep pushing him.
They come out of the timeout after talking over, decide to go for it. And Flacco is rushed up the middle, decides to fling it to the left sideline. That prayer is not answered, and it's a turnover on downs. The Ravens, with 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, need to keep Tom Brady from picking up the first down. And on 3rd and 4, Ed Reed with a huge
That was a great
play.
Great anticipation, great break. That's who Ed Reed is. That's why he's a future Hall of Fame.
He just got there before Aaron Hernandez could corral it. So Flacco with one last chance, a minute to go, moves the chains on 3rd down.
How does this happen?
It is a big 29-yard
Julian
connection.
Edelman, a receiver, covering him on this drive.
6 receptions for 101 yards. Billy Cundiff warming up, but why not go for the touchdown if you can? And Lee Evans grabs it, but it's knocked away by Sterling Moore. How does this happen?
He relaxes on this play, Rich. This is what every kid has dreamed of when he was 8, 9, 10 years old. You had to play. You squeeze that ball, and you squeeze the strings off of her. You don't let her fall.
Well, Sterling Moore with the play that kids dream of making on
him up
defense.
from the Raiders.
Knocks it away. A beautiful throw by Flacco. So at least they can just settle for the field goal and get to overtime. Billy Cundiff from 32 yards away. He can make this in his sleep. He can make it with his eyes closed. Oh, would you believe it?
No, he didn't.
Oh, no. Missed it wide left.
No, he did.
That's what he did. And that is how the New England Patriots and Bob Kraft and the Vince Wilfork, who played a heck of a game, make the Super Bowl. Billy Cundiff could have kicked this game into overtime. We could have had 2 overtime games on Championship Sunday. Instead, John Harbaugh just mouthed the words. He missed it. And behind him, Terrell Suggs could not believe what he saw with his own 2 eyes. Joe Flacco played a heck of a game in the AFC Championship game, but it's Tom Brady moving on, along with Bill Belichick, to become the first coach and quarterback combination to coach and play in the same Super Bowl 5 times. It is the 6th time that the New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl since Bob Kraft has owned the team. It's a big win for New England. In San Francisco, that obviously was a different weather day that we took that picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. Chilly, rainy, wet, soggy. Alex Smith, Jim Harbaugh, a shocking NFC Championship game hosts against the New York Giants, the 4 seed, the NFC East 9-7 Giants, trying to get back to the Super Bowl in 2007. Eli Manning, midway through first quarter, ball is loose. The defensive line of San Francisco, as expected, showed up and balled out. Ray McDonald knocked it loose. Kareem McKenzie recovers for the Giants to avert disaster. They punted the ball away. Alex Smith going for Vernon Davis deep. Where have we seen this before? Vernon Davis
just last week.
Go! 73 yards. Big play in the Niners. Strike first, however. This is a 15-yard penalty.
This is a no-no.
I made the mistake on game day morning saying that Andrew Roll can cover this guy. He underestimated his speed as well as his ability to run.
He stayed in bounds there.
Yes, he did. As all scoring plays are reviewed, the Giants got quality field position because of the 15-yard penalty and ensuing possession. 3 and third down, and completed to Hakeem Nicks. However, he is injured on the play.
Yep. Went down on that ball, Rich. Wanted to make sure he gets his arms up under it, not had it touch the ground. Shoulder hits the ground first, and he jammed that shoulder.
And he went to the locker room taking aspirin.
5 plays later, third and short. Eli Manning looking for Manningham. It's incomplete, so Tom Coughlin is his first big decision of the day. It's 4th and 1 on the 49ers 34 on a wet field, cold day, decides to go for it.
Not with the tiptoe burglar.
He did.
Can somebody, you know what?
How we all did.
I tried to call those phones on the sideline and let Brandon Jacobs know that he's 6'4", 270. He didn't answer.
He didn't answer.
That's the best rush defense in the National Football
League.
please.
The world right
Forget the rush defense. That's a tiptoe burglar.
The 15-yard penalty doesn't cost him. However, Kyle Williams can't control this ball, and that was what my English teacher would call a harbinger. As the 49ers try a trick play on Osi Umenyiora, and the ball goes somehow through Osi Umenyiora, and Kyle Williams averts disaster that isn't a harbinger. But let's just set the stage with what we saw in the second quarter. This is Eli Manning to Victor Cruz, wide open. Nice connection right there for 36 yards to the 49ers, 33. 3 plays later, 6th play of the drive.
Big plays.
It is time for Eli Manning to look for Victor Cruz again over the middle. Move the chains now inside the red zone. 4 plays later, it's the 10th play of this set of downs. 2nd and goal from the 6. Eli Manning finds the one tight end nobody thought would be come to the floor. Bear Pasco.
First touchdown of the season for Bear Pasco.
Who?
Pasco.
Bear Pasco, everybody.
That was our chef's name at Florida State, Pasco.
So it's tied at 7. Victor Cruz, $1:30 left in the half. What a first half for Victor Cruz. Eli kept firing often to his Patterson, New Jersey product. Plus side of the field right there with 1:20 to go in the half. 15-yard gain 2 plays later. Victor Cruz again, 10 to 80 for a first down inside the 40-yard line now.
Those kids had, Mike.
Very few people work the middle of the football field like Victor Cruz.
Why not go back to him again, right?
Why not?
It was working. Throw it to him. Manning. Cruz, what a catch.
Can't wait the Super Bowl, and I see Victor Cruz and Wes Welker going one-on-one in that slot. I'm going to see who the best is.
3 plays later, I can't wait for Gronkowski and Bear Pasco.
That's a good one, Rick.
8 receiving yards, $125 in the first half for Cruz. Lawrence Tynes kicked the field goal to give the Giants a 10-7 lead at half. That was your score midway through the third. Alex Smith dumps this one off to Frank Gore. Takes it inside the 30.
You, Mike. Thunder you.
That's a
28-yard
coverage.
scamper, as they would say. Next play, Alex Smith to why not? Vernon Davis again.
Will somebody cover this guy?
Oh, you got him in the coverage that you wanted, flat and up all day long. You can't deal with it.
14-10, 49ers.
You see that dude
What is that?
I don't know, but that's a hold-on play.
It doesn't matter. It's a touchdown.
Damn.
It's 14-10.
What was that?
The Niners defense began to assert itself in the third quarter as Ray McDonald sending Eli to the turf again. That on third down, forcing the Giants to punt. Next possession after a Niners 3-and-out. It's 3rd and 5. Manning looking to Hakeem Nicks from the 88 club, and this is almost picked.
Oh, man.
Deshaun Golston and Terrell Brown collide. Brown took the brunt of it.
He started on the in route, and he fooled his quarterback.
Hakeem, and he has to finish that in route. He cannot stop. He has to get across the face and make sure he gets in the wheel.
Did the same thing the last time these two teams played.
Brown would get up and leave the field, which was a relief because he was on the turf for quite some time. Giants forced to punt again. Alex Smith, last play of the third quarter, to Delaney Walker on first down.
Broken jaw.
Try to beat him down, didn't
Flags thrown. Look out, Chris Canny. Chris Canny comes in late as Rocky Bernard gets involved.
Hold on, guys.
Canty is called for the 15 yards, even though Bernard is bleeding profusely like a stuck pig from the mouth. Fourth quarter we go. Fresh set of downs for the 49ers. 3rd and short on the plus side of the field. It's Anthony Dixon short of the line of gain. Justin Smith and Isaac Sopoaga, 2 defenders trying to blow open a hole. Next Giants possession after another 3-and-out. 11 minutes to go. Kyle Williams on the punt.
Peter, get away from it.
Devin Thomas, why does he pick up the ball? You can't advance a muff even if it isn't muff.
Play.
It didn't look like it hit Kyle Williams anyway, but after further review, this ball sure hit Kyle Williams on the knee. It is Giants football.
Yeah, that's a muff.
A huge break because, again, the Niners defense was holding that Giants offense down in the third quarter.
He's looking around like it's no TVs.
Are you kidding me?
And now you're
looking around like
giving
it's no
Eli
TVs
Manning,
there.
the king of the fourth quarter, a short field, and he finds Victor Cruz down to the 10-yard line. Actually, Hakeem Nicks down to the 10-yard line. I think Joe Buck made the same mistake. 3 plays later, it's Manning to Mario Manningham.
First play of the day, first catch of the day for Mario Manningham, and he makes it count.
Giants take the 17-14 lead. Ensuing kickoff. Kyle Williams is back there again. Ted Ginn was inactive with an knee injury, and Williams tries to make up for the muff with a nice, nifty 40-yard return.
That's the way you make us forget about your boo-boo.
Alex Smith, first play from the Niners. Set of downs after a 5-yard penalty. Moved it to midfield, picking him up, putting him down. Alex Smith gets
man coverage. Nobody's on the quarterback. Great job by Alex Smith.
And he can run, coach.
Next play, Jim Harbaugh dials up this puppy, Kendall
out of San Francisco for years.
This is a nice play, right?
Yeah, a little misdirection. Started off to the right. Follow those big guys around the left corner.
Down to the Giants' 10-yard line, an 18-yard gain. 3 plays later, it's 3rd and 5 from that 10-yard line. What will Alex Smith do? He completes his first pass to a wide receiver with 6 minutes to go in regulation. It's to Michael Crabtree. It's only for 3 yards. That sets up David Akers for a game-time field goal, and the Pro Bowler boots it through for Jim Harbaugh. Ties the game at 17. He wanted a timeout before that play. Did not get it. Giants with the game tied at 17. Less than 5 minutes to go. Eli Manning and Travis Beckham blown up by Patrick Willis on 3rd down.
These linebackers have the best, most physical linebacking core in the game.
Back comes Alex Smith now. What can he do with it with 3:19 to go? Alex Smith on 3rd down. Down he goes.
Pass rush, the 4-man pressure. They got him down here in the 4th quarter.
Matthias Kiwanuka takes him down. The Niners to this point had not
converted a third down in the game. What would the Giants do now? It's Patrick Willis busting through, taking Eli Manning down. All the defenses making some big plays with the game on the line. A trip to the Super Bowl on the line.
Like the old-fashioned NFL today.
2.5 minutes to go. Manning on second and long dumps it out to Ahmad Bradshaw. Whistle blows, stopped his forward progress just as Navarro Bowman rips the ball loose. You cannot challenge this as the refs
forward progress
blew the ball
the whistle.
dead.
They blew it dead.
Rule
No
forward
fumble.
progress, and there is no change of possession. Jim Harbaugh cannot believe the ruling. He cannot challenge it. Next play, 3rd and 15. Manning looking for his hot receiver of the day, Victor Cruz. Can't come up with a Tyree-like catch down the middle of the field. Giants have to punt it away. About 55 to go.
Throw it too early.
What would Alex Smith do with this football now with a chance to go to the Super Bowl for crying out loud? Minute 33 to go. Smith looking for Delaney Walker. Incomplete.
Now, we saw man-to-man coverage last week when he was wide open. They are not allowing him to play man-to-man coverage.
Last week against the Saints, we were seeing lead changes like this, and now we're just seeing changes of possessions with hardly any first downs gained. Eli Manning gets rid of the ball just in time to Ahmad Bradshaw. Steps out of bounds just shy of midfield with a minute 5 to go.
Play by a fearless quarterback.
And 2 timeouts to go.
Remains a passer, eyes downfield, finds a scramble drill down the sideline to Ahmad Bradshaw.
The whole team.
Anticipation by Eli is incredible right there, guys.
Minute 5 to go, 45 seconds to go. Eli Manning avoids the rush. Pirouettes, dumps it off to Ahmad Bradshaw. Manning got rid of it just as Aldon Smith buried him in the turf with his chin strap around his nostrils. He calls a timeout.
Good wherewithal by Eli.
Great wherewithal.
That hurt.
32 seconds to go. Can Eli Manning set up Lawrence Tynes for the game winner?
What it is.
Caught by Victor Cruz. Almost a circus catch. The Giants did have a timeout if Cruz could have caught the ball to set Tynes up. Instead, they punt the ball away, and we go into overtime. It's again the new set of rules in overtime that were put in place last year. The bottom line is a field goal cannot end the game by the team that wins the coin toss. If that happens, the other team has a chance to answer with a field goal to send it into sudden death overtime from that point on. If the team that gets the coin toss gets a touchdown on the opening possession, as Tim Tebow showed a couple weeks ago, the game is over. If that team does not get a touchdown off the coin toss, the other team then can kick a field goal and end the game in sudden death overtime. That is a very long-winded response, but it was still 5 minutes shorter than Ed Hockley. Let's go to overtime. The Giants get the ball first. I don't even have a shot sheet. We don't need one. What do we got here? Eli Manning on the set. Loose. He flings it up in the air.
Almost intercepted.
Several times on the day, the 49ers secondary ran into each other, collided, and it should have been intercepted.
Almost picked off by Carlos Rogers. Eli Manning on 3rd and 6 throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. So the Giants do not get anything out of their first set of downs. It's now officially like sudden death overtime. All Jim Harbaugh needs to set up is Pro Bowl kicker David Akers for a field goal, and they go to the Super Bowl. But Alex Smith couldn't convert on a 3rd down, even though he came awfully close. That was almost their first
got 11.
3rd down conversion of the game. It's to Vernon Davis, but it's short of the 1st down. They got to punt the ball back, and Eli Manning now has it 3rd and short from the 50-yard line.
Relentless pass rush by both teams all night.
Justin Smith takes him down. Manning is sacked for the 6th time of the day, and we're going to show you the punt to Kyle Williams, who's already muffed one. He grabs this one, and he coughs it up. The same player who recovered the muff recovers the fumble. It's Devin Thomas. And would you believe the Giants on a special teams gaffe by the same player filling in for Ted Ginn, Kyle Williams, sets the Giants up for Lawrence Tynes to do what he did in 2007. That is come out on the road in the NFC Championship game in overtime and boot the Giants into the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. Shades of 2007 as Ahmad Bradshaw takes the football, gets a 1st down, sets up the Giants inside the 10. All you got to do is set up Lawrence Tynes for that game-winning, overtime-ending, Super Bowl-sending field goal for the New York Giants. And here comes Lawrence Tynes, just like in Green Bay. He's Scottish, and it's not crap. Got it! The New York Giants go from 9-7 NFC East champions through the Atlanta Falcons, through the Green Bay Packers, into the NFC Championship game, and through the 49ers into Super Bowl 46 to once again take on the New England Patriots. It is the 6th rematch in the history of the Super Bowl. Jim Harbaugh, like his brother, taken down essentially by a special teams gaffe. And Victor Cruz is cruising with the rest of the New York Giants into Indianapolis, where again, 2 weeks from today, they will be taking on the other Eastern Division champion in the National Football League, the New England Patriots. How about them apples?
A Super Bowl highlight. This is how it all went down. The Giants, NFC champion, the AFC champion, pit the New England Patriots. A rematch of Super Bowl 42, and the Gronk was active. The only question is how effective can it be with his ankle wrapped like that? First play of scrimmage from the Patriots after the defense stiffened to force the Giants to punt. It is an incomplete pass down the middle of the field to no one in particular. So John Parry, in his first assignment as an NFL referee in the Super Bowl, has to make a big call, and he makes it. It is.
There's nobody going to the post, Rich. That's intentional grounding in the end zone. That's a safety. 2-0 Giants.
2-0 Giants, who get the ball back and then march down the field. And on 3rd and short in the red zone, it's Victor Cruz getting the ball ripped away. But you also saw a flag on the play. 12 men on the field, so it's not a turnover. It's actually a first down for the Giants. And then Manning finds Cruz in the end zone, and he salsas his way, along with the Giants, to a 9-0 lead.
What a throw by Peyton Manning that was.
Right in between, you've got in between the corner and the linebacker. Watch Gerard Mayo's back to the quarterback, and he fits it right over his shoulder pad for the touchdown. Great concentration by Victor Cruz. And watch Salsa, Mike.
Wow, that was a ridiculous catch and throw.
2 major mistakes by the Patriots, though. An intentional grounding that leads to 2 points, and an illegal 12 men on the field that leads to 7. It's 9-3 now, however, when Gronkowski catches his first of the game. It was his first target of the game. 20-yard gain down to the 35-yard line. 2 plays later, Brady to his other tight end. That's Aaron Hernandez. They're moving the chains. They're moving it down the field. Less than 2 minutes to go in this half, now down 9-3. It's Brady to Hernandez again. Move the chains on 3rd and 4.
He seemed to figure into the game plan a little bit more early than Gronk did.
2 plays later, 3rd and 10, 39 ticks to go. Brady steps up in the pocket, finds Wes Welker, move the chains again. Eli Manning looking on. He's realizing I'm not even going to get a chance to touch the ball again in this half. 4 plays later, 3rd and 4. Brady inside the 10. All sorts of time. Danny Woodhead, a former Jet, scoring for the Patriots against the Giants in the end zone. Touchdown. And New England leading at the half of a half that the Giants seem to dominate. It's 10-9 and Giselle. Oh, yeah. Giselle's loving life.
High-fiving everybody.
And that's when Madonna came out. 31 minutes later, it's the second half. Tom Brady, play fake. First play of the second half.
Ocho got him one in there. Ocho Cinco with just a sideline route. But Tom Brady threw a nice pass.
2 plays later, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis gaining the edge and more. 17-yard gain down to the Giants, 33. 5 plays later inside the red zone, it's Brady to Hernandez, touchdown. And the Patriots have scored 17 unanswered points to lead 17-9. Brady pointing to Myra Kraft's initials on his
Tom Brady had
chest and pointing to the sky at 17-9 midway through the 3rd quarter. That is a major leveling of Hakeem Nicks by Patrick Chung. It's legal, no flag. Giants forced to kick a field goal. It's 17-12 ensuing. Patriots possession, 3rd and long. Justin Tuck finally brings Tom Brady down. Brady had been throwing at will, Michael, up to that point.
Yes, he has. And I tell you what, this play right here, Justin Tuck, when he brings Brady down, he falls awkwardly on that shoulder. Right there, Rich. Could have been damaging, but you know Tom Brady's tough. He got back in that game.
The ensuing Giants possession. Finally, the Giants got Brady off the field. 2nd and 9, play fake, and it's Manning to Nicks over the middle. and he fumbles the football, but luckily Henry Hynoski jumps on it. 6 plays later, Manning sacked by Rob Ninkovich. Giants again forced to settle for a field goal.
That defense for the Patriots played a lot of noise about what they were not. They played today.
17-15, fourth quarter now. Brady avoiding the sack, buying time, throwing downfield, and who's there but Chase Blackburn, linebacker on Gronkowski.
Yeah, you wonder.
Picks him off.
You think if Gronk had a healthy ankle, he goes up a little higher to go fight for this thing, pull down, or at least knock it down. But Blackburn comes up with it. Go up, Gronk.
You can tell he wasn't healthy. He never planted that foot and went back up to get that football.
First turnover of the game belongs to the Giants. Second turnover of the game almost belonged to the Patriots as Ahmad Bradshaw puts it on the turf deep in his own end, but the Giants fall on it. Very lucky. 3rd and 7. It's short of Victor Cruz. There's a flag on the play. Rob Ninkovich is offsides, which means the Giants get another chance, and on 3rd and 2 from their own 16.
Uncharacteristic mistakes by the Patriots.
Manning finds Nix to move the chains. 12-yard gain 3 plays later. 3rd and 1 from their own 47. Manning looking for Victor Cruz. And he finds him to move the chains. Nice throw.
Another tight fit between the nickel and the linebacker. Shoot it in there to Victor.
4 plays later, 3rd and 10 at the Patriots 43. Manning 2, Manningham, and there is no flag on the play, and boy, was Tom Coughlin livid.
He was animated for a long time now. Tom said, ooh, there's a bleep there. Come on back to the ball, but it looked like the corner might have had some contact.
So Brady gets the ball back up too, trying to pick up first downs. He does so on 3rd and 5 to Danny Woodhead and more, moving the chains.
Hard running by Woodhead right there.
Here comes Brady again, 7 plays later. Wes Welker wide open and can't bring it down. Oh my goodness, with 4 minutes to go and the Giants having only 1 timeout left. That could have been the game for the New England Patriots. Instead, they're forced to punt, and Eli gets it with 4 minutes to go. Still down 2. Eli winging it downfield to Manningham.
Play the game.
He gets both feet down. Immediately the call by the official. Belichick throws the challenge flag, and you can see.
There's the catch.
And here come the feet, and he goes down to the ground and maintains possession. What a big time catch by Mario Manningham, 38-yard gain. Here is Eli flinging it to Manningham again for a first down with less than 3.5 minutes to go. The Giants moving into Lawrence Times field goal range. 2 minutes to go right before the 2-minute warning. There is Hakeem Nicks inside the red zone. Here comes with 1:15 to go. Nicks hits a first down, gets out of bounds. New England has 2 timeouts to go. It's 1st and goal, 69 ticks left. Ahmad Bradshaw up the middle, thinks about sitting on it, but his momentum carries him in the end zone. He said after the game he thought about sitting, he wanted to sit, but the momentum put him in the end zone, and what that does is it gives Tom Brady time to march down the field, however, just needing a touchdown with 2 timeouts to go. There's 1 timeout left with 56 ticks left. Brady on 1st and 10. Incomplete to his MVP, former Super Bowl MVP wide receiver Deion Branch. Now it's 2nd and 10. Adrian Hernandez can't hold on. Here comes 3rd and 10 for Tom Brady. 3rd and 10. What can he do with 48 ticks left to go? Pass rush. He's sacked.
That's the best thing the Giants do. Rush on 3rd and long.
Justin Tuck, a big $5 foot-long bow. 4th and 10. Tom Brady needing to pull off a big one on 4th and 16, and guess what he does? He buys time, slides to his left, and picks up the first down. His former Super Bowl MVP wide receiver Deion Branch out of bounds. Fresh set of downs. 32 ticks to go. Needing a touchdown to win the Super Bowl. He pump fakes. He flings it over the middle to Adrian Hernandez, but they don't have any timeouts. They got to spike it. They do just that. And with 9 seconds to go on 2nd and 5, flings it for the sideline. That's a catch, but incomplete out of bounds, meaning it's down to a Hail Mary. The 2011 season in Super Bowl 46 is now up in the air as Brady flings it into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Gronkowski had the last chance to try and get it, but the New York Giants, the 9-win NFC East winning New York Giants, for the 2nd time in 4 years, go on an unexpected run for the ages and knock off the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. The Giant family is excited. Peyton Manning is excited. Tom Coughlin has 2 Super Bowl rings, only one fewer than the man who embraced him after the game. Bill Belichick and the Patriots watch Eli Manning hoist the Vince Lombardi trophy once again as Eli Manning becomes 3rd quarterback active in the National Football League with multiple Super Bowl rings. He's the MVP again. And the New York Giants will go into the Canyon of Heroes Tuesday and soak in the New York love.